What's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 239, and we're recording on June 5th, 2023. I'm Doug, and joining me today we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
As a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. All right, in the post-show today, we're just going to be doing our standard State of the Nation where we're going to give some life updates. So not super K-pop related, but we're just letting you guys know. So you can plan ahead.
Come hang out.
All right. Big new releases, though. We got 4 of them. We have Boy Next Door with Serenade, Stray Kids with S-Class, NCT Taeyong solo debut with SHALALA, From Miss 9 with hashtag Me Now. Is it just me, or does that look like hashtag meow?
I read it as that sometimes.
No.
Like,
meow.
I'm confused with
Hashtag
that,
meow.
and I'm confused with Boy Next Door not having an S and Boys Next Door.
You read it earlier as the plural version, so
It's confusing. I don't know why they did that, but Boy Next Door, Serenade, they are from KOZ. Their other 2 songs are But I Like You, which was the first one, and then One and Only, which was the second one, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so this is the third one. They're doing like a triple title track, kind of similar to what New Jeans did last year. Hey, for a rookie boy group that didn't have too much pre-debut hype, 100,000 albums sold.
ooh,
Nice.
100,000.
That's good.
That's
already...
good.
That already proves like financial viability on the first album, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. And it's
These are not pre-orders. These are like in consumer hand 100K already.
And it's not like
Day
they were
of.
doing like pre-debut variety or like they did into survival shows. Like they just 3
Not that I
videos.
know of.
Boom.
Yeah, so
100,000.
this is they're doing great already. This is a continuation. They have like that storyline where they're all kind of liking this one girl. This is the final of the 3. We got Serenade. Hey man, I don't know what it is, but something about Boy Next Door resonates with me. Like,
Oh, are
I
you
like
the boy
all-
next door?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I'm not the Boy Next Door, but as I mentioned last time, they definitely have like a punk, rock, pop aesthetic going on, West Coast feeling a little bit, really California, and that makes sense considering all 3 music videos were shot in California. Like, if you think about it, they send all these kids with their crew to California and they film 3 music videos.
Hey.
And some of the sets overlapped, like the restaurant. They filmed in the first music video during the day, this music video at night. So like they were filming all over the place in Los Angeles.
Wow.
Of course, it's the Boy Next Door cinematic universe in the Los Angeles plains. That's what it is.
If you're a bit of a old head like me and Anita, right, and you like an era of music that all of the artists were under Fueled by Ramen, which was their label, right?
Right.
Their music kind of feels like if that company had made K-pop like about 5-10 years ago.
Okay.
I
And
can
they're
kind of see that
they're
argument.
hitting that
yeah.
vibe.
For reference, who is under Fueled by Ramen? Because I don't
Was. Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
like some of the ones I remember off the top of my head are like Paramore, Gym
Fall
Class
Out
Hero,
Boy.
Okay.
All Out Boy,
know. Okay.
things like All Time Low,
Okay.
things like that.
That makes sense. Okay. I can see.
And this
I can
kind
see
of
that.
feels like a K-pop version of that type of music they were doing. I like this track again. I think it's a lot of fun. I think the kids are very good. I will say, I think the chorus was way better than the verses. I thought some of the verses in this song kind of dragged. It was like a little bit too much exposition and storytelling for me instead of just like singing the song. I thought a little bit. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good package.
All right. Okay, I want to support this group because I like what they're doing. I like the marketing strategy they've been having, similar to New Jeans, with like minimal, just like showing us a product, right?
Yep.
I feel like in this song was a little bit more similar vocal direction wise as the first one.
True.
And then that one I remember I was still, because we got to cover that one. I was saying that the vocal direction was going a little bit on the verge of being like a tiny bit screamy, like not necessarily super smooth. And maybe that's just my preference, but I noticed it in this song where it was.
You're right.
In that sense, almost. I don't know if it's the correct term, but the
It's
way
like
that
yelly.
I hear it,
It's yelly.
yeah, a little bit yelly, and in a way, I feel like in some of the lines that they sing, some of the members, it seems like their voice is at the verge of like could break, but not quite. Like it's very purposeful, and I get it. Like maybe that's the vibe, that's the aesthetic. But I did find myself liking the moments where it seemed like they took it down a little bit. I think the part in the bridge was the one that I could identify with, like, okay, I really like their voices when they don't push them too much. I don't know, maybe this doesn't mean that they cannot stray from this vocal direction, but I will find it interesting if they do tone it down a little bit. Because I do feel like maybe that is one of the reasons why I can't quite like get into the song as much. But I do agree. I feel like it's nice how they're doing the storyline continuation. I liked a lot of the sets and the styling.
Yeah.
They're definitely keeping up with the trendy, but not like unimaginable like street style. You know what I mean? Like maybe you could see somebody this stylish, I guess, walking around in California. But I don't know. I feel like
they're wearing varsity jackets and it's like sweaters.
Varsity jacket, blue jeans, some
I mean,
sweaters.
what I'm trying to say is that the garments themselves are very approachable, but the styling is not necessarily like, oh yeah, I'm gonna find anybody off the street wearing this. You know, and maybe that's what I got.
Girl.
I can tell that they're being styled. You know,
you need to come with me and hang out at Bleecker Street. That's what it is.
oh, maybe I need to be exposed to stylish.
We're just gonna
people.
sit at a coffee
I
shop
know.
and watch all the people who are like extremely dressed.
But I like it. I like the route they're taking as far as concept, theming, all that. It makes sense.
Totally hear you guys, especially you, Anita, on the high, heavy, top heavy vocals here. Very screamy, very yelly. I think to kind of play the devil's advocate a little bit, I think it's appropriate for a genre, for my image of punk rock and this kind of sound aesthetic. I think it kind of fits, although it does sound a little exaggerated. Sounds a little, I have to turn down the volume a little bit every time I hear the song, even though I don't feel like the song is particularly louder, if that makes any sense.
Right.
So I do feel like that's a bit of a takeaway, especially with Eunhak, which is the kid. He's the only one I know the name of, and that's only because he's an absolute child, this kid, I can tell. And he actually is.
I think I know who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's 16.
Light brown hair?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can tell he's incredibly talented. He's doing great. He's got a
I
big
like his
smile.
voice.
He's great. But the way they've directed his vocals, I think, is a little too much for me. And it was less of an issue with the first track we covered, but here it's standing out to me a little more than it did. Only because the rest of the song also feels kind of exaggerated. The vocals are kind of conflicting with the guitars in the background, and the drums are those are some loud booming kick drums, you know. It's kind of loud, you know. Everything's kind of loud. It's not glued anywhere. It's a very
I like it.
it's no, I mean, don't get me wrong, punk rock's cool, but this is kind of, it feels very like it almost feels like a cartoon exaggeration version of punk rock almost.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's like a K-pop
Right.
Yeah.
version of it.
It's like a K-pop lens of punk rock. And I don't hate that. It's just maybe you tone it down a little bit. Because first track, it felt like we were going more of the easy listening version. This route feels more like we're not really sure what we're doing. We're kind of stuck in the middle. And maybe I don't hate that. But at the moment, I feel like it's a little loud. I'll have to check out the other track to figure out the whole entire creative vision. But as a package together, I would appreciate a little bit more consistency, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Although the videos have a bit of consistency, like we talked about.
The scene at the end was great in this music
The
video
dad.
when the dad answered the door. That was great. It was so cute. I thought it was so cute.
I like the humor.
And then
yeah.
they do the thing that all Koreans do when they meet someone else's parents. They go,
yeah.
A polite bow.
yeah. 안녕하십니까.
That's funny.
What, you
That
don't
being
do
said, I think King of the Zongle has a really good base going here. I like what they're doing. I believe in
intrigued,
the company. I think the kids are very good. I want to see them on some variety because I'm sure these kids are. If Zico hired these kids, I'm sure they have decent personalities, right? I'd like to see that for sure.
They seem like they do on the videos, like
Yeah.
A lot of acting.
They a lot of acting. That's what for a rookie group, they're making them in a lot of acting situations.
Oh yeah. You know,
So overall,
yeah, you know how like if you look at a lot of the boy groups these days, we talk about how they're not like they don't have a lot of general public appeal, you know, like all that kind of stuff. I feel like this is one of the boy groups where I feel like there is a lot of potential in that aspect.
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe we need a couple TikTok challenges or something. I don't know.
This is the type of group that I could see them releasing a song that ends up being huge, like Love Scenario from Icon.
I could see that too.
Oh.
Something that's like approachable, that everyone can sing, and it goes crazy, right? I could see that happening in the future with this type of group.
Yeah, like the chorus is like super catchy too. Like the that thing. Like that's it's
Overall, though, I would say I'm very satisfied with this whole debut streak that Boy Next Door has from KOZ. Lot to look forward to, I would say. I'm very excited for this group, and they're kind of throwing down the gauntlet again, because like this is the first type of boy group that I would say kind of fits the New Jeans like approachable thing that they've been going for. We're gonna see if some other boy groups or other big companies try to do it as well. I think that's a storyline for
We
us.
shall see.
Oh, do you know who's not doing any easy listening music anytime soon?
SM Entertainment.
Oh, SM Entertainment, Stray Kids, all of these folks that we're gonna talk about.
All right. Oh, that was a good transition. Okay, yeah, you're right. Stray Kids, S Class. They're from JYP last year's song. Case 143, Maniac, Thunderous. So Stray Kids surpassed 4.93 million pre-orders of their third full album, 5-star. This is the highest pre-order number ever in K-pop history.
Oh man!
Oh, out of anyone. Wow.
Anyone, just the pre-order number, not
That's
the final
crazy.
sold number.
Okay.
The pre-order number.
Crazy.
That's like a ridiculous number, like 5
That's a
million.
lot.
If you think, let's think about it.
Okay.
Let's say it's 5 million copies that they would sell, right?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
And let's say the
Pre-order.
albums. Let's say they sell the album kind of cheap and it's $12.50, right?
Oh, no way. It's
$12.50.
$12.
I know it's not that. It's not that, right? But let's just say it is. In
like
Korea,
half of
right?
it,
The base price before all the shipping, it's like $12.50. That's $62 million right there.
Oh my God.
And if we cut out like cost for the music video, for everything, that company made like 30
Still a
million
million.
bucks. Like 30 million bucks on the first day of this release.
Yeah.
Like, is that not ridiculous?
Wow. It's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
So much money.
It's too much
And if
money.
they have a 50-50 split, that means each one of these Stray Kids got like $1 million on day one.
I'll be honest.
I would hope so.
It's too big of money for me to like be like, wow, like that's that much money. I can't do that. Like that's a house
Yeah.
each. Like
It's ridiculous, right? On the first day, without even knowing what it sounds like, they bought 5 million copies, right?
Wow.
All right. So it's called S Class, and the album is called like 5-star. It really reminded me of like Gacha games, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail. Like they keep talking, no, because like when I think of like a 5-star, I think like, oh, I got a 5-star pull
yeah.
in this
Items,
game. It's an S Class
characters.
character, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's I don't know if that's literally what they're going for, but it kind of feels like it.
I think that's what they were going for.
Right, and they're like, I'm a 5-star character, you know, like I'm a cool dude, I'm 5-star, I'm
10 out of
great,
10.
I'm on the S Class tier list, all that. Okay, that being said, this song and music video are ridiculous. Like,
There's a lot
there's a
going on.
lot going on. There's so much going on. There's like, they set off fireworks in these poor neighborhoods, apparently, right? I don't know if that's CGI. And then they have an inside the garbage truck scene, right? Which is kind of crazy
Yeah.
as well. And then they find
Yeah.
an octopus at some point. Like,
They do,
Monster.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
and then there's like a cult in the desert and there's fire going off. It's like I thought I was playing Diablo 4 again, but in this music video.
Okay.
But like this music video is bonkers. And I think the song we talked about a little bit before the pod, it's not super general public friendly. It's kind of in your face,
not.
very aggressive. I think it's kind of fun though. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the chorus particularly. My least favorite part was the rap breakdown. Like a minute 20 into the music video.
Oh, yeah.
Like the hip hop step part. I think it like completely ruined all flow for me. Like it completely took me out of the song. I don't know.
I keep saying this. K-pop these days, it's a competition. How many genres can you fit in your song? Is it 4 or 5? Who knows? You know. Here's the thing. I see that almost as an homage to Drunken Tiger or Sateji.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. The way they were rapping felt like they were clearly modeling themselves
Old school.
after like old school zero generation rappers. That was pretty cool. Although I will admit, it comes out of nowhere. Comes
Yeah.
out of I don't know. It's like they have a song with Drunken Tiger like later on in the album. Like
That's cool.
it's cool.
Okay.
It's just I don't know why they did it, and if they do it, I'm expecting a why.
Right.
And I wouldn't be expecting a why if it like flowed a little better, if it made sense musically. I don't know. It was kind of random, kind of came out of nowhere. Did it fit? I don't know. It's kind of like big wave, Piajima, in the
Yeah, it kind of is.
I like that part.
Here's the thing. It comes down to this. If you like the big wave, Piajima, then that's a good thing for you. If you don't like
Then
big wave,
you're glad.
Piajima, that's a bad big wave. You know what I mean? Like this is the same thing.
Divisive. Yeah.
I feel like this one they went even further. Like they got in a line and they did like this weird choreography, dude. Like
Oh yeah, they did. They
they
did.
completely
Yeah.
jumped the shark on that, right? Like
Yeah.
they were like, we're just gonna fully like commit to doing this weird thing right here.
Even their rap styles were like it was kind of distant from the way they rap normally, and they were like
Yeah.
It was like West Coast gangster rap all of a sudden. Like
shit, and like okay, Drunken
Yeah.
Tiger, Tiger JK, West Coast.
Yeah.
No. Rest of the song feels much more in line with what Stray Kids does normally. A
Yes,
lot of
yes.
crap, a lot of loud banging,
Like thunderous
dubstepping
almost.
instruments. Yeah.
Yeah.
The lyrics as well have this Stray Kids camp cheese to it. Once again, it's like an extra double cheese mac and cheese over here. If you like it, you like it. It's not really my cup of tea, but sometimes I'll take it.
Bro, I'm
it's like,
so lactose intolerant these days. As an aside, like, it's bad. Like, I used to not be lactose
FYI,
intolerant, right?
I didn't know this. You are fine.
And then I was gonna make pasta for dinner for my family because my parents were at the shop.
Yeah.
I came home early.
Yeah.
I was gonna cook dinner.
Yeah.
And then I bought like a brick of like cheese to grate on the pasta.
Which
Right?
Yeah, you do that.
And I got it out of the wrapper.
Yeah.
And I was gonna put it in like a container to put in the fridge, but the container was too big, so I like cut off a little piece, so I was gonna eat that, and it would fit in the thing, right? I ate like a half an inch by 1 inch piece of cheese, and I went to the bathroom like 7 times.
Oh, that's all.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Are you serious?
So, like I'm like done with dairy, dude. Like I'm like done.
You're.
Wow.
We used to eat a lot of pizza just a couple years ago,
I felt terrible for like 3 hours straight.
dude. Man.
Yeah, and then the last time I ate pizza, the same thing happened. I felt terrible for like 4 hours after. So I need to eat those like lactose intolerant. They have those pills that you could eat before you eat dairy, and you're okay because it has enzymes in it. But like I can't eat straight dairy anymore. I'm a complete mess.
See, that's like one of my fears in life. Like we're on this random side, but this is one of my fears in life, right? Because like I put cheese in a lot of my shit. Like
Oh, dude, you'll know.
It
You'll
tastes
know.
I eat a lot of ice cream. I drink a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
milk. Like
Well, they have lactose intolerant ice cream as well.
yeah,
so-
but like I tried it and it does not taste as good. That's the thing.
no, there's not as much like cream in it.
No, it tastes like Halo Top, but like worse somehow. And like Halo Top's like just it's okay, it's fine.
You know what else was random like this conversation? That goddamn octopus sequence in this music video where they called the SWAT team to fight this octopus, and Hyunjin's just sitting on a beach chair watching this. Like,
Yeah, he's having fun watching the tentacle just do his thing.
what was going on, Anita? How'd you feel about that scene where there's a CGI octopus all of a sudden?
I mean, to be honest, I was thinking about the music video and kind of figuring out like graphic wise, very impressive. The transitions, like
the
a lot of-
transitions like are amazing
a lot of
again.
work. Yeah, a lot of work, and it makes sense, right? But I feel like maybe the whole, and this is my own interpretation, the whole idea of like there being so many sets and like fireworks and effects and all that is that it's flashy, right? And that's
Yeah.
what they're talking about. It doesn't necessarily have to make a ton of sense, I guess, but it's I guess part of the experience, I guess, that they provide. The flashiness, the effects, the fireworks. And I mean, I guess it works. It made it more exciting because I feel like every time I was watching the music video, I was trying to figure out what was going on in the background because I was so confused at times. I do agree that at certain points I was confused by the structure of the song, like where we were going. In the very beginning, it starts off like seeming like it's building up, and then it goes down to the I want to call it the Taemin inspired choreo section because they do a little bit of that, and
they do a lot of whoop whoop. They do a lot of those.
A little bit of move in there, and I thought that was cool. I liked that beat because it was unexpected, and I thought like, okay, maybe it's gonna be that vibe, but then they switch it up again.
And then they're in a garbage can, a garbage
and then
truck
the
all of a sudden.
hip hop thing came in.
Yeah.
I mean, interesting. I feel like it is more common nowadays to find several different genres or directions going on in one song nowadays. I wouldn't say that this was too jarring, but it did leave me questioning like, oh, did we have to go there? I don't know. It was interesting, I guess. But the choreo was nice. Chorus was catchy, but it was not my favorite part of the song. I liked the pre-chorus more.
Yes, Felix pre-chorus is the best part of the whole music video, is it not?
Pre-chorus was nice because I think it added more melody. Like I felt like it was more grounded on something going on. And then when it hit the chorus, I felt like it was more like the energy that was driving it forward, which I think it's not unusual for Stray Kids. I think that has happened before in other comebacks. But I did find myself liking the pre-chorus more. But it was nice. I think it was something that makes sense with Stray Kids.
I don't know. Here's the thing.
The numbers don't lie.
If I think about all the songs that have come out of Stray Kids, well, not all. Like if I think about the title tracks, I can remember, right? If I think about Thunderous, that had a very clear traditional Korean motif. If I think about Maniac, that was like the Frankenstein monster motif. If I think about the God's Menu, it's like cooking. You know, it's
chefs.
Yeah, chefs. Like there were like clear motifs in a lot of the title tracks that I remember from them. Even Case 143, that was like a guy falling in love, you know, mystery, that kind of thing. This one, I feel like they were building towards a video game motif because if I look at the entire album, right? Okay, it's evident in the song. There's motifs here and there. The songs are called Item. There's one called DLC. There's one that says Let's Die. There's one that says actually I'm not sure about this one. This one says FNF. I'm not sure what that stands for. But regardless, overall, I think the album has a bit of this like video game motif to it, and I think I recall somewhere in their press release they were mentioning it.
FF in video games is forfeit. It's like, let's quit the game.
Okay, well, maybe that's what that is, right? And at that point, I'm like, you know, maybe you could have focused down on that a little bit more, right? Because like maybe that's what they're going for. I agree with that, yeah. Right, you know, like a tentacle monster in like the middle of the city. That sounds like an RPG game to me, you know, like. They
should have filmed this at Mario World in like Universal in Japan.
Yeah, like Nintendo's gonna allow that.
You never know. You never know. It'd be cool.
Dude, my friends have been going to that, and like it seems so cool. I'm like really jealous.
Yeah, I know a couple people who went to it as well.
That's pretty cool. Anyways, I don't know. I do think overall in the Stray Kids discography, this is my lesser favorite, if anything. If that makes any sense.
I think it's less memorable.
Yeah.
But I think it's still fun. Like if I'm like doing something and this one came up, I'd be like, oh, you know, it's fun. But I don't think it's like, oh, I gotta listen to S-Class right now. You know?
No. I think at the end of the day, is it as good as the other stuff? Kind of, yeah. It just there's a little bit more for me to nitpick on. And yes, I realize I'm nitpicking, but still, yeah, you get the idea.
All right. Third track this week, NCT Taeyong solo debut, SHALALA. He's from SM. He did 500,000 pre-orders of this solo debut.
Wow. 5,000.
Anita, you like NCT, right? Yeah.
Oh,
what did you think of SHALALA?
What was that?
As it happened with Stray Kids, a lot of stuff that I was not expecting. Maybe to a different level, I would say, like even more so with this particular debut. I saw some like pre-release clips and like photos that he had before the song came out. And I kind of had the idea, okay, this is gonna be a little bit edgy, a little bit not necessarily general public friendly.
Oh, it's like, edgy, okay. All right. It's very edgy.
Right?
Yeah.
And I feel like I was kind of prepared to see. I felt like it was going to be more rap focused for him, and which I thought, okay, it makes sense. Not, I was hoping not, because I think he had some like solo tracks in the past where he focused more on the singing, and I thought those were really interesting as a different side of his talent. But we got more of a rap track. I don't know. It's
We got the bow.
Wow.
It feels like it leaned into a lot of. No, I don't know if it's trend, but it's like a certain style, right, of delivery that I was not expecting. And a lot of the content of the video felt very out there in the same sense. I would compare it to Top
Oh yeah.
previously from Big Bang. How he had a title track. Is this a title? Doom Dada? Is that the name?
Dada. Yeah, that's what it's
Yeah.
called. Doom Dada.
It reminded me of that, where it was like very out there, doing a lot of stuff that I was not expecting. Yeah, that was my general impression.
I was also getting a lot of Doom Dada in here. Also getting a lot of G Dragon's One of a Kind. Also Crayon.
Oh yeah.
Crayon and the visuals, One of a Kind in the song itself.
I wanna pass something by Anita here. Does the background beat kind of sound like Lil Mama lip gloss to you, Anita?
Because, oh,
What you know about me?
Oh my god.
oh, maybe a little bit. I didn't think of it right away. Okay,
Also,
I
I
did.
could see that. I guess.
if you're familiar with Omega Sapien, I was also thinking about like Colo Colo or like Armadillo. You might be familiar with who he is if you listen to RM, because they've collabed through Bombing Tiger a whole bunch. At this point, very percussion heavy, very drum heavy, very bass heavy, nothing else really. There's a couple lead synths here and there. If you listen carefully in the third chorus, you'll hear it. And it's actually a pretty interesting top line. It's pretty cool. But the rest of it is very percussive, very, I don't know, very funky without any chords, if that makes any sense. And that puts a lot of focus on the main character, which here is Mr. Taeyong. I don't think all of his rap is like just awful. I think there's definitely parts to it that I enjoy, which I'll be very honest, is already better than I thought it would be, because I'm not a fan of his rap typically. In fact, a lot of the parts where he's like really trying to rap fast and just trying to like go over verses without, caring a lot about delivery and all that, that felt more natural to me. That was really cool. On the other hand, there were sections, especially in the bridge, where he's like, "Man, down, bam." And I was like, "That
I can't handle the delivery of
do
some
we
of
need to
these
do
lines.
that?"
I can't handle it, dude.
And it's-
like I tried. I tried.
It would have been one thing if he did it once or twice or a couple times, but that becomes a recurring motif. And like,
It was the hook of the chorus. Yeah.
I don't know. Between the repetition and his like nasally delivery, like it's something. It's something. And that's, I guess, why I'm not sold on this overall thing. Is like just overall package was just missing a lot. It just felt incomplete in that aspect. It felt like they were working on it and they just finished halfway and they were like, this is good enough. Let's just push it out. And maybe that's not what happened, but that's the impression I'm getting. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm seeing like foundations of a good song. You know what I mean? Like,
I think the skeleton of the song is interesting, right?
Yeah.
Like this is one of those like stank face songs. You just go like the whole time, right? Basically.
yeah.
And you expect someone to just spit ridiculous stuff, and it kind of spits ridiculous stuff. I just don't think it lands as hard as it should. Like I think the instrumental is good, right? It's catchy, it's fun. It's like, oh, this is the type of song we're getting. And then some of these things happen, and you're like, oh my god. And then you watch the music video, and you're like, what the F is going on? And it's just hard to digest all this. I feel percussed.
Yeah.
At the end of the song. Percussed.
drum-
I got a percussion right now.
The drum came and hit you in the head.
Yeah.
The lyrics are like really like, I like the lyrics of this actually. Like it's very narcissistic, very braggadocious, If I think about NCT, it kind of makes sense. Although, like, maybe they don't have the same level of success that EXO did, or or TVXQ did, but they have their own level of success, different kinds, and they're definitely successful. And I'm really feeling that in this track here, especially if I think about Taeyong's presence in all of NCT. He feels like the ego booster for the rest of the entire NCT community, right? That's the image of him, and it fits that really, really well. There was a line that was incredibly stupid, and it stuck out to me.
It's Lolando.
He said, "I'm really good at entertaining, yeah." And I'm like, that is the stupidest line I've heard. It is amazing. Like, kid you not, it is like the stupidest line, and that's what makes it great. It's like, it's really up
Actually,
there.
that part was actually my favorite because that's where it adds a little bit more of melody. Like, there was more of a singing part, I guess. I actually liked that more, and I kind of wish it would have leaned into that a little bit more, because I think that would have been more interesting throughout the rest of the song. As far as like imagery and like choreography, I think there could have been a little bit more as far as choreography. Taeyong is a very, very good performer, and I say that because of previous work with NCT. He's one of their main dancers, I would say. I feel like that wasn't the focus here, I think, and that's why they didn't go that route. But it would have been interesting to have some more intricate, detailed, I don't know, choreography to add to the song. And then the storyline for this music video, I thought it was
Wait, pause.
fitting to the oddness.
There's a storyline?
I think.
Wait, what?
There's like
Yeah, because
God, fake
Right?
God, once upon a time in heaven,
Right? White man
and then
watching TV.
he like hacks into the system, and then he starts time traveling or something, right?
right. And it's like different universes or like timelines switch, right? And then you have the night is in like modern day, and then the
Yeti.
the Yeti,
Yeti.
is in a different. It's like different timelines, right?
it's-
And then there's
I
a
thought that was
metaverse.
interesting.
Metaverse.
It's the multiverse of
The
madness.
metaverse.
It's the multiverse of madness.
Correct.
It's NCT verse of madness. That's what it is. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was interesting. I thought there was obviously a lot of like detailed gone into the visuals of the music video because there's a lot going on. I just feel like I agree with the sense of the delivery wasn't quite there. The elements were there, I think, but maybe a little bit of restructuring and adding or taking out some parts that I think would have benefited from that. I don't know. That's what I got.
I think in order to be successful as a rapper in Korea, you have to have a couple of things, right? One of the precursors of that is having colored hair that is colored of money, just green colored hair. Mr.
Check.
Zenny
Okay.
Dozilla, Mr. Omega Sapien, little Miss Queen Wasabi. Taeyong has joined the line. He also now has green hair. I hope he makes a lot of wasabi or cash or whatever he is into, whatever the green hair is referring to. He is. I don't think he's as good of a rapper as the other three. Actually, you know what? He's better than Queen Wasabi. I'll give you that. That's not a high bar to pass. One more thing. Did you guys understand why the song's called SHALALA?
No, explain this.
Yes. Okay. So there is a Korean song called 별빛이 내린다 by 안녕바다, also known as Bye Bye Sea. And if you've watched enough Korean TV, you'll know what it is.
별빛이
내린다.
Oh,
Sha-la-la-la-la-la. So like basically, he's so narcissistic where he's like, "Oh, look at me," and I'm like, it's like he's falling in love with himself. That's kind of what it is. Because that song is like, oh, I see her, and it's like stars are falling from the sky. Sha la 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 la. That thing. Obviously a different melody, but that's where that comes from. So, hopefully,
that makes sense.
maybe.
Okay, let's move to the final song from Miss Nine with hashtag Me Now. They are from Pledis' last three songs, Stay This Way, DM, and Talk and Talk. As I said in the beginning of the show, this really looks like hashtag meow. Like, I don't know who decided to do this. Why are we putting hashtags in song titles, guys? What are we doing here?
Bro, they have an underdash in their group name. Come on.
I don't like this. I'm not a fan. This song is a From Miss Nine song. That's the easiest way to say
Correct.
this, right?
It is.
It's very in line with what you would expect for what that From Miss Nine would release. And because they like to repeat this type of song, you then have to nitpick the smaller things to find differences between them, right? I would say.
Okay.
With this song, for me, the main feeling I got was, I'm happy From Miss Nine's here, but it just felt like the chorus was missing some kind of oomph. That was my overall takeaway from this.
Oh, it's missing garlic apparently. Okay.
Little pizzazz. I felt like it just kind of like the energy was like it just went same level, you know.
I can see that. I think for me, I'm a fan of this route they've taken in their sound. I feel like it's more of a continuation of. I want to say that it started with We Go, right?
No.
And then
Feel good.
Feel Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Back on another one. Feel Good. And then it kind of progressed. Talk and Talk, I think, is a little off. Like, it's not necessarily the same sound. But I think DM, Stay This Way, continued with that more chic type of sound, like more vibey, a little chill. This one definitely has it's the lesser upbeat version of the sound that they've explored. And I do agree. I feel like in the chorus, I felt like I was looking for that hook, that catchy part that I think some of the other ones kind of had a little bit better highlighted. I do like how they added the extension of the now in the chorus. I think that's what I thought. Like, okay, this is like the highlight of the chorus. But I do feel like the rest of the song, like the verses and like the pre-chorus, everything leading up to it didn't quite catch me as well as like until the chorus. And I feel like it should be building towards it. So I do feel like this song could have been a little bit more, I don't know, more catchy or like more different to stand out amongst their other comebacks.
I mean, I definitely feel like this stands out from the rest of the group, right? We have 4 songs. In my head, if I think about all the 4 songs that have this kind of disco vibe to it, right? It's been Feel Good, We Go, DM, and then what was the last one?
Stay This Way.
Stay This Way and We Go are very similar in their own aspects, and then Feel Good and DM feel very similar to each other in their own aspect. And this one feels a lot more mature than the other 4 to me in my head. And that's where you get this chorus that isn't particularly explosive, but more so relies on the
It comes off a little sleepy to me. I don't know why.
I think that's the maturity. You know? I think that's
less is more.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's a little more vibey. It's like We Go was like 11 p.m. You're driving down the highway to go to wherever you're going to your vacation. This is like your 11 p.m. flight back from your vacation destination. You know, you're coming back. Yo, you're chilling. You know,
Okay,
that's
that makes
what it
sense.
is. That being said, I do agree with you guys. Chorus doesn't hit as hard as it should.
No.
I do think that is still the case, but I don't think that's the chorus's fault. I'm gonna make a bit of a hot take here. I think this is one of those examples where song structure got butchered, chopped down into 2 minutes, whatever, and that really sent it on a very bad thing, right? Like this song runs for like what, 2 minutes 30 seconds, 2 minutes 37 or something like that, 2 minutes 40, something like that.
It's short.
It's the entire first section of it that should be building up to the chorus, or actually building up to the bridge, is completely missing. It starts almost as if we're starting from the bridge. Structure-wise, it's the first verse, but it sounds like we're starting off on a high note. And because we're starting with high amounts of energy, there's not a lot to go off of. How are you gonna go from high energy to higher energy? You know, that's not easy to do. especially in this kind of genre that relies on like good build up, good flow, natural song progression. If you think about We Go, that did that really well. If you think about Lilac by IU, similar genres of music, that also has a very mature sound that focuses very, very heavily on building the song progression very naturally. And because the song needed to be as short as it is, we had to chop off a whole bunch of parts that would naturally build transitions. And by the time you get to the chorus, of course it's not exciting. You haven't had time to be excited for it. You know what I mean? It's like watching the highlight of watching the highlight fight scene of a Marvel movie. Sure, it's gonna be fun, but it's not gonna be fun if you don't know who the characters are, if you don't know who's involved, if you don't
context.
know. Right. You need context, you need drama, you need like character progression. All of that build-up needs to be there. And I realize I'm talking about a Marvel video, but similar concepts apply here, right? Where you need time to get built into that chorus, and that doesn't happen. And I feel like it was a critical mistake in terms of songwriting that came at the cost of, fitting the business requirements of needing to make it 2 minutes something seconds, because other songs like We Go did great in terms of that. DM did great.
Vigo is amazing.
That being said, everything else besides that, I think it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
I wasn't a huge fan of some of the vocals towards the end of the chorus. I thought they were like extremely high for no reason.
Okay, I do think some of them are singing out of their range a little bit. And one person that stands out to me, and Anita, you kind of were pointing this to earlier, was what's her name? Jison Ro of second half of the first chorus run.
Yeah.
Which happens in like the 40-second mark. Holy goddamn hell.
And it wasn't that it sounded bad. It's just that I think Doug mentioned that it sounded a little strained.
It sounded strained.
Yeah.
She didn't sound
and I do agree with that.
Yeah. So it felt like they were pulling it a little bit there. Although, I mean, the music video was pretty cool. It felt like
Can we talk about the music video? I have things to say. The second half of this music video, right?
Yeah.
They break into an airport.
Yeah,
that's a big no-no.
Fuck the airplane.
That's a big no-no.
Get that airplane out of here.
You gonna get arrested. So they break into the airport. They climb the fence for some reason, right?
Yeah,
Then they run down the runway.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the runway is the Grand Canyon all of a sudden for some reason. What's going on? What's going on?
It's a good scene. Don't question it. It looks great.
Why are we at the Grand Canyon all of a sudden?
Because that's where they built an airport. Isn't that what happens with every airport?
I don't know, dude. I was just like, what the fuck's going on?
The Incheon airport is next to the ocean. The storyline
of this music video, it made no sense. It was a bunch of glamour shots into running down an airport at the end.
I mean, I think it was more metaphorical, where, I mean, the way that I saw the music video playing out, as far as like set and the styling and what was going on, and the lyrics, I guess, is that they start like looking at the airplane, right, and being indoors or like inside a building, right? Either just like on their phone or like I don't know. I feel like it was a lot of imagery of like being indoors alone,
right?
And like
right.
Perform. And the one thing that is off was the black sparkly dresses, the styling in that shot where they're more like performing, and I think that was more for like the choreo shots than anything.
They got to have a scene ready look nice, yeah.
Right, and then they step out of that, like the performance, out of the indoor, like being inside by themselves.
It's not that hard to touch grass, guys. You just open the door and go.
But they wanted.
It's gonna kill me. No.
They wanted to go to a whole different land, I guess, because it seemed. I mean, I didn't quite make the connection of like them breaking into the airport. I just like they were just breaking out of a certain area, I didn't think they were going towards the airport.
Well, they shouldn't have showed the airplane then. You know what I mean? Like the second they showed the plane, I'm like, why are they at an airport?
I mean, I can see how you get airport.
Here's the thing. I agree with Anita. I feel like it's a metaphorical thing. I feel like we're kind of going off of where we left off with We Go. Because a big part of that, it had a similar vibe to it, just in a more mature way, where like you're stuck inside, you want to go outside, take the plane outside, you want to do that. That one felt more like a vacation. This one felt more like we're ending this chapter of our careers and moving on to or flying to wherever.
I really hope the
else
next song is something fun, like
maybe.
Different.
Here's
that'd be nice. That'd be interesting.
This song is a part of their first full-length studio album, unlike My World. Typically, I would assume that's where a big arc or chapter of their discography ends, and they try different things. That's kind of what what's called. That's kind of what Twice did, right? Actually, no, they didn't do that. No. But
this is a Ryan Jun song, by the way.
Yes, it is.
This is a pretty good Ryan Jun song.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, it felt like they were trying to wrap up this part of their career, and it sounds like maybe whatever comes next is gonna be they're gonna try different things, because they've done disco for a while. They've done this whole like.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. It's been since 2020. Like, it's been like 3-4 years now.
3 years.
And typically around this point is where we go, okay, maybe we gotta try. Maybe you gotta try different things. Like, this is when Twice did Fancy, and they shifted away from doing the cutesy stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I feel like in order to be.
Do you think they'll actually deviate from the formula, the winning formula?
I don't think it's a winning formula anymore, though. That's the thing.
I mean, they've been charting better and better every single release.
Are they going to? Is that going to continue forever, though?
I mean, it went 106, 97, 57, 14.
This song, or in general in their career?
No, it's, like, I'm just saying, like, they're charting significantly better with each release.
I mean, I see that, but at the same time, I don't think that's gonna last forever, and I think this is a good moment in their careers to shift. Otherwise, it's gonna get stale real quick. Like, you also got to think about the fans. They can do other things that are general public friendly. Yeah, like
I'm hoping there's a shift. I just don't know if they like will take that risk. Because if the next song is also like disco, I'm gonna be like, But you can hold me to that once that happens.
I don't know. I'm ready to move on.
I am too.
I had fun, but
okay. Other releases this week include DKZ 9 to 6, which is a subunit, released Don't Call Me, and then New Jeans was involved in a track with John Baptiste, JID, Cat Burns, and Camilo. Be Who You Are, which was a Coca-Cola song. So they were on that.
Another one.
Yeah, they were on one of those. Not Coke Zero this time. It was just regular Coke, I believe.
John Baptiste. Oh my goodness.
All right. We're on Spice King now. Last week, episode 238, La Seraphim, Eve, Psyche, and the Bluebeard's Wife picked up its first crown. Second place was Dreamcatcher, Bon Voyage, and third place was Cards, Icky. New candidates are the 4 songs we covered today: Boy Next Door, Serenade, Stray Kids, S-Class, NCT Taeyong, Shalala, From Us 9, #Me Now. My chart is, you gotta put Dreamcatcher first. Come on, it's
Correct.
It's good. It's good.
Exactly.
If I could have a tie, I would, but because I can't, I'm putting Dreamcatcher first. Second place, I'm putting La Seraphim, Eve, Psyche, and the Bluebeard's Wife. I have seen so many TikToks and YouTube shorts of this song this week. It's insane. And then third place, I'm gonna put Boy Next Door, Serenade, and that is my chart for this week.
All right. Very nice. I also have Dreamcatcher in first place.
Yes.
Bon Voyage.
Yes.
I've been looking at all of, not all of them, but there's a new batch from this week of live stages.
They're great.
Great. Amazing.
They're great.
Love it. We love to see it. Dreamcatcher. Yes. Second place, La Seraphim as well. Eve, Psyche, and the Bluebeard's Wife. I liked the song before they had a music video to it, and I still like it now. It's very catchy.
Miss.
I really like it. I hope we get more of it. And in third place, I had 2 groups, but I'm gonna.
Who were the two?
Okay, the 2 were Boy Next Door and From Us 9.
Fair.
And I think, even though I did criticize a little bit of the energy, From Us 9, I still like the sound. I mean, it is getting a little bit repetitive in the genre choice, but I like how they executed nonetheless. Also, I really liked the beginning shot where one of the members, I don't remember who it was, one of the members does the little peace sign over the airplane. I thought that was really nice.
Romse, what's her name? Serom.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I believe that means, like, you're wishing on the airplane, and that's referenced in the webtoon that I really like.
Is that a thing? Okay, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yes, that's a thing. Yeah, I thought that was nice.
I just thought she's Asian. That's why she's doing the V.
Oh my God.
That's not problematic to say, is it? In this day and era.
No, I mean, I don't know if any other
right,
people
look.
know about it, but
All
yeah.
right. I'm glad you guys put Dreamcatcher on first. It's a great song. It's not on my chart. Sorry.
Oh, what?
Of course it isn't.
Quite frankly, I did not listen to it between last week and today.
You're crazy.
I'm
You're
sorry.
crazy.
It's a great song.
I've been listening to S-Ball a lot, I'll be honest.
Ooh, spicy?
No, not spicy. The Welcome to My World. That
Oh.
shoot, maybe I should put that on my chart. Like,
No.
no, low key, I've been listening to it ever since it came out. I haven't stopped somehow.
Interesting.
Who cares? Who cares? No.
Wait, no, fuck that. I'm playing it in third place. Like that's
Oh,
My World.
is this
Welcome
loud?
to My World.
Is this loud?
Look, it's a good song. Like y'all missing out if you haven't listened to it. And I honestly didn't listen to it until Spicy came
I
out.
need a gangster. It's the same song, dude. It's the same song.
It's very similar.
No, I like this better. It has Novice in it. Does Gangster have Novice in it? Probably doesn't. All right.
Gangster has like Cat Delevingne in it or something. I don't know.
Look, I put it on third place, not second. You better be pleased about that, all right?
Oh my god.
All right, second place, I have hashtag Me Now by Fromus9.
Oh, second. Okay.
Good song. I mean, you know, we did criticize it, but I do see a departure from their previous sounds. Yes, it's disco. Yes, it's AOR inspired, but it's a lot more chill. It's a lot more of a, you know, as I kind of said earlier, it's a lot more of a night vibe than a day vibe. And if I think about all four of the songs, Feel Good, DM, We Go, Stay This Way, you know, they all feel like the sun is kind of still up kind of vibes. This is the sun kind of down vibe, kind of vibe. So I don't know. I don't see it particularly overlapping that much, especially with, you know, I Stay This Way felt very repetitive. That one was, I think, you know, where I kind of lost it a little bit. But anyways, Me Now, second, I like it.
I'm assuming
It is, you're correct.
You got
with that
La
assumption.
Seraphim,
You're correct.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. La Seraphim.
Let's go.
It's a good song. I like it. What more is there to say?
the Seraphim is like trying to become a lifestyle brand too. They have a huge product
Oh.
line that's out right now.
Oh.
Yo, dude, have you bought their bra yet? Like, yes.
So, like they were talking about the underwear too. I saw like V Live. They were
Wow.
talking about like buy the list. It's sort of like the Calvin Klein one, you know, or like the Supreme one where people show the label. They have a La Seraphim equivalent.
Yeah.
You know.
They have yeah. Get your La Seraphim sports bra today. Brought to you by Hybe.
Hey, you know who might wear it? Taemin. You remember that one music video where back in the day? Yo, I thought that was cool. All right, Gochu Gang in first place. All right, where'd the chat go? First place. Oh, you know how we played that thing earlier, guys? Oh, here's the chat. I got it. With 37 points, Dreamcatcher Bon Voyage is in first place.
Let's go.
Second
Yes.
place with 36, 1 point off. La Seraphim,
Ooh,
Eve
it's
Psyche, and the
close.
Bluebeard's wife is in second place. And in third place with 29 is From Miss 9, hashtag Me Now. There was a lot of voting participation today from the Gochu Gang.
I won this week. Yes.
Oh yeah, it matches with Anita. As a result, third place with 5 points is From Miss 9, hashtag Me Now. Second place with 14 points, La Seraphim, Eve Psyche, and the Bluebeard's wife.
Let's go.
And in first place with 15, 1 point higher, is Dreamcatcher Bon Voyage, picking up its first crown.
Nice.
Boom.
Nice.
You know, it could have been a double crown if I had voted for it.
I know, Warren.
It could have. All right, finally we're show winners. Anita, hit us with them.
Yes, we have a couple. First off, G Idol with Queen Card. They won on Show Music Core and Inkigayos. They have a total of 8 wins so far. Then we have an N-Hypen with Bite Me. They won on Amp Countdown and Music Bank. So 2 wins for them. And then finally, Dreamcatcher Bon Voyage had 2 wins on the show and show champion. So congrats to them.
Go.
Congrats.
All right, that ends part 1. So you talk episode 239. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
All right, we are back at it with part 2 of SojuTalk episode 239, and we're going to talk about some news and events from the past week. All right, this is a breaking level news article. On our Discord server, when there's like a humongous news event, it gets a breaking tag, and then everyone who has the breaking tag gets alerted. This was one of those things. So, legal representation for EXO, Baekhyun, Xiumin, and Chen have reached out to SM Entertainment to have their slave contracts terminated.
Wow.
They said the red word.
Big event.
CBX legal reps reached out to SM over 7 times since March 21st and have yet to hear a response on the claim. Legal claim highlights 2 major areas. Number 1, SM refuses to provide adequate information for monetary settlements, so they're not giving them like the receipts for the amounts of money they're supposed to be making, the financial details. Number 2, unreasonable contracts with regards to length and extensions. The legal rep share SM is known to have their artists roped into signing contracts for 12 to 13 years at debut, then renew contracts prematurely with contract extensions to 17 to 18 years. So you're probably saying, isn't that illegal to have a 12, 13-year contract? Well, the way SM does it is they sign you to a 7-year contract that automatically renews a couple times.
Whoa.
So that's how they're going around it.
That's not right.
So it's a loophole. It's a 7-year contract that isn't,
which is the
7
legal
years.
length, but it is not 7 years. It like renews itself a couple times.
It's like a kid during puberty grows by itself, after a couple nights. Okay.
Well, I don't know, but sure. Yeah, that's how they ended up with like 17, 18 years.
Good lord.
So that's the claim. All right, so that's that one. First one, boom. Next one. SM Town Global released a statement that discovered, quote, some outside forces are, quote, committing illegal acts by cajoling its artists to make wrong decisions to violate their terms with SM or contract out. SM, quote, we will take all necessary legal actions against these forces. So they're saying basically that
vague.
CBX is being influenced to have this lawsuit by outside forces. That's what they said there. So everyone was like, wait, who are the outside forces then? Well, it turns out that Big Planet Made, BPM, reached out to EXO CBX, and BPM is behind the current legal undertaking going on between CBX and SM Entertainment. SM has confirmed that Big Planet Made to be the, quote, external forces in their previous statement. So, Big Planet Made is home to artists such as VVZ, Sistar, Soju, Hogak, Newest Ren, Hasungun, Imujin, Bio, and Mighty Mouth.
Whoa. Big Planet Made. Oh my goodness.
So here's some other things. Big Planet Made is MC Mong, if you didn't know. It's his company.
It is. Yes.
So Seoul Sports shared a statement from Big Planet Made, who have denied any involvement in the recent EXO CBX legal issues. Big Planet Made stated that MC Mong only met with the members in a non-working capacity as friends, and that he is not an internal director. But it's his company, for all extents and purposes, is what people are saying. But he's saying, no, I just met with them to talk. It's not me.
Us.
SM, what are you saying? Like, it's not our lawyers or anything. We just met and talked, which could mean anything, to be honest, right? So that is right there. If you notice, I'm scrolling down because a lot of these are threads today, so I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. But
just for a little bit of context here, Big Planet Made is run by Park Sang-gun, and MC Mong is kind of involved in the company as well. It was previously. It had some relationships with Million Market. They shared a lot of their leadership together. Million Market was a company that was under SM Entertainment at a certain point. Million Market, which included people like some of those trainees off of Produce 48, like Eun Chae-sun or like Cho Sarang, people like that. They essentially folded and became Big Planet Made like 2 or 3 years ago. And I don't think they have an official relationship with SM Entertainment, but as we've seen, their leadership is shared. We saw it as like one kind of.
And if you look at Big Planet Made's roster again, it's a lot of people who have moved after their first contracts with other companies, right? So
right.
They've been acquiring other people. All right, next one. SM released another statement directly denying the accusation raised by some EXO members. Quote, we recently signed new valid contracts with 3 artists on mutually equal positions, and there are no problem related to settlements then. So they're kind of saying, I don't know why they're having this lawsuit. Everything is copacetic. We signed new contracts. Everyone was happy. Really, that's not the case, right? Next thing, in a new statement released by the law firm that's representing EXO CBX, they firmly stress that CBX have not signed new contracts with another agency so far. So they're saying like, we are going to deal with this lawsuit before anything happens, because there were rumors that these guys had already signed new contracts with other companies.
Right.
Okay.
But that is not the case. Additionally, the firm also shares that the members were able to, quote, read their statements but refused a copy of the data, stating, quote, if the agency refuses to provide data that the artist has achieved, it is a violation of the exclusive contract. So what they're saying is SM showed them the financial statements but didn't let them make a copy. They showed them and they said, here they are. And then at the end of it, they said, you got to leave them here, which is problematic because, you know, you can't have a third person look at it or something if there's any discrepancies.
Make sure things are correct.
Right.
Yeah. And then the statement concludes that the CBX members want to continue to be a part of and promoting with EXO, even if they terminate their contracts with SM.
Ooh,
That is
okay.
their wish, but we'll have to see what happens
see
there.
about
Hope
that,
so.
yeah.
So SM Entertainment next denied that EXO's music video is going to be postponed, the filming of it, and that Baekhyun, Chen, and Jumin are going to film as planned. You know how awkward that is? So that happened. So people were like, yeah, what the f is going on
That's
there? That's
awkward,
kind of
yeah.
awkward, is it not? But yeah, they're going to film the music video. And then SM Entertainment then shared a new statement that they will provide the EXO CBX members copies of their settlement statements on the basis of it being used for their own private use due to concerns previously of the data being used for unjust purposes. So that's a lot of jargon there, but they were basically said, oh, we'll give them the financial data now. Before, we were concerned that they were going to share it with outside forces, and we were a little bit scared of that.
But that's their date. Like, that's their work.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. What is there to hide? It's just a
Right.
list of how you made money. Like, this isn't some industry secret sauce. This isn't like the Krabby Patty recipe like that. You know what I mean? Like,
It's literally probably a spreadsheet, like an Excel spreadsheet.
It has to be, yeah.
Or a SQL
essentially
chart.
right.
Yeah.
It's like a list of the, you know, how they made money, how much they made, and when they made it. That's what it is.
Right, there's no thread on this one. Yeah, so that happened there. And then today, okay, this one is kind of it's look how long this thread is.
Oh my god.
boy.
So
It is developing.
basically, CBX responded to SM's latest statement via their lawyers. So this is pretty much like the main statement that they've released, right?
Okay.
Where they're going to address all the rumors and everything that's going on. You could probably find it online. You could probably find this thread online on TMI Kpop, their Twitter page. I'm not going to read the entire thing. I'm just going to kind of read the main topics. The first one, in regards to the 2018 Korean Supreme Court decision. So this is in relation to some of the Chinese members, right? They
Right.
stated that this case was different as it is related to Tao, a Chinese trainee. He was expected to be active overseas when he signed the exclusive contract. CBX are all Korean when they were trainees. Well, that doesn't make sense. They're Korean kids.
Yeah.
And it was determined that they would work abroad. It was not determined that they would work abroad when they signed the contracts, right? So they're saying like the term, like this lawsuit doesn't hold between. It's not the same lawsuit because
Right.
Tao was a Chinese kid. These are Korean kids, right? So they're just clarifying that. Number two, contrary to SM's press release, the lawyers and artists have not been provided the settlement documents. So they're saying SM still hasn't given us the information that we're looking for, right? Number three, and then they would like to talk about the negotiation process, talking about how there was they received a renewal letter from SM that added 5 years to their existing contracts.
Ooh.
So they were saying like this is that automatic renewing thing. So they were just informed, yeah, the contract's been renewed without like actually renewing it.
Discussion or
These
anything.
are long ass contracts. Is this like Chelsea FC? What's going on? Why is it so long?
Yeah. Next one was okay. There's so much stuff here. Despite the fact that the contract was supplied to be delivered immediately upon signing, SM did not provide a copy until CBX requested it. So they renewed their contracts, but didn't actually send them the contract. They just informed them
To
it was renewed.
read.
Well, that's
Yeah.
illegal.
Yeah.
Letter C. SM did not give any explanation to the artist regarding its buyout with Kakao.
Oh.
So they're saying that they were completely in the dark about that SM was being acquired by someone else. They were not informed about what was going on. Letter D, while the company and its shareholders described as victims of long-term problems such as like planning filled the media, no one talked about the work of artists slash staff who worked at SM, who were also violated for a long time. So they were saying like, people were blaming Isuman and talking about how he was bad for SM, but no one talked about what any of this was meaning to the artists themselves via it, whether it's the Kakao acquiring SM or some of the stuff Isuman was doing with like planning. They're saying like no one was talking about anything that happens to the artist, or like when things are changing, do the artists have any say on what's going on, right? So another thing they brought up, they're talking about the 7 requests for the settlement data, and they never imagined it would be such a difficult task to just get the numbers from the company. And they're saying it's a basic right of the artist, which facts, right? And then finally, F, for the fans, if someone is taking advantage of the memories, love, youth, hard work, passion that the members and fans have shared for the past 11 years, this should be corrected. If the SM community is forcing artists to put up with injustice, we think we should speak out. We value EXO more than anything. We love them and would never betray them, always put them first. Above all, we are not afraid of anything as long as we have our fans. So they laid out, y'all can go and look this up. They laid out like everything that people are talking about in their statement.
I'm seeing a lot of parallels between this lawsuit situation
TVXQ
and TVXQ.
Yeah.
I think the big difference, and this should probably be the takeaway, so I'm gonna skip right to the takeaway, I guess, is that TVXQ, a lot of what they were doing caused a lot of internal conflict within the fandom. There was a lot of miscommunication. There was a lot of division, inter-fandom wars.
Post-decision blacklisting.
That's a whole other thing. The thing EXO's doing, I think the approach that these kids are taking is good. They're reassuring the fans that they want to stay together as a group and figure the situation out as quickly as possible, and they want to film their goddamn music video and move on with it. I think that part I really appreciate, because like at the end of the day, as consumers, we get the music. This is what we're here for, and that's what we would like to see happen. That being said, unfortunate that this is all going on in the background right now.
And they have 2 issues with the company. Number one, you're not giving us the data, the financial data that we are probably. No, it's not even that they should be allowed to have, because it's based on their money, how what they're getting paid. And number 2, the ridiculous length of the contracts that automatically keep renewing, right?
That does not sound.
Those are the 2 main issues that are happening right now, and I think both of them are very justified, in my opinion.
Here's the thing: maybe there's a legal loophole somewhere that
there
says
there must be.
Like, it's not like SM is like. I'm sure they have a couple people with a little bit of legal knowledge like this, you know what I mean? Like, so that part I can't say. It sounds shady as all hell. The part where they can't see a list of where they made money, how they made money, how much money they made from each thing, that sounds stupid as hell. That's your what are those called?
That's a basic right. A pay stub.
Yeah, pay stub. Yeah. It's essentially your pay stub. It's like. I look at my
worked.
Yeah. How much taxes they took off of it? How much goes into insurance?
If I'm an artist of the company, I should be able to go to our financial department and say like, can you give me my financial package so I know what happened in the past 12 months? And they should be like, yeah, we'll give it to you by the end of the week, no problem, right?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I think about SM Entertainment and like all the words around the industry and people who work in the company and whatnot, I'm sure it's a constant state of chaos inside. Like, I'm sure like nobody has any idea what's going on. I'm sure that's the case. Like, that's the way it is with a lot of companies, K-pop or not. It's complete internal disorder. Same probably applies here. So I'm willing to overlook it a little bit. However, just flat out refusing to provide it because they're afraid that information is gonna leak to third-party sources. Have them sign an NDA if you're worried about that.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, like that's the reason NDAs exist. And I'm sure EXO would be more than happy to sign another contract that says just don't talk about it with anybody else. And like come on, like they already don't do that, I think.
I don't have the article anymore, but I heard rumors. These are not like corroborated, so don't take this as fact. I heard that other big people in SM like a lot of the older artists are trying to get out of contracts now as well. We're thinking.
I also
about
heard that rumor.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Nothing- nothing on the
nothing
basis.
concrete, but I
Yeah.
heard a lot of people were like, if they're gonna do this, we all probably can get out right now because they're there,
Oof,
and it
that's
seems like
scary.
that overall consensus is that they don't like the new management and the 3.0 whatever that BS is.
Not looking great.
Like a lot of the old
say.
heads are trying to get out. rumor is.
It's looking like the ship has hit a big iceberg,
Yeah.
Oh no.
and we are slowly going into the deep water.
All right, so that is it on the CBX, but this is ongoing, and we'll keep you updated because it's probably going to be a really drawn out, long legal battle. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna last a long time.
Next one. T.O.P. Top confirmed he is no longer a member of Big Bang on Instagram. He did this. So someone in his Instagram said, "Top, did you leave Big Bang?" And he replied, "I've already withdrawn. I've already told you guys that I'm leaving, and I'm now facing a new chapter in my life since last year." So he confirmed on Instagram in the comment section that he's not in Big Bang anymore. In all caps as well.
Okay.
Okay, I guess.
So this girl was probably not expecting this response, but this
dang.
this random girl got the confirmation that he's not in Big Bang anymore, and he's not in YG or whatever, or he might be in YG still. I don't know what's going on, but
I think
he's,
he went to new management and
yeah,
then
but
he
he's not in
was
Big Bang.
wondering-
And we got it confirmed on
Yeah.
Instagram, guys. So that happened.
Yeah, he
Oh, well.
he's a part of a company called T Spot now, which I believe he's the one.
Right.
So this is hilarious, though. This is the funniest way. But if you look at all articles about this, they all show this screenshot.
Here's the thing,
Really
Oh.
funny.
we know he's smoking something weird. Like he's a crazy dude on Instagram. Like, but like, I mean, it's a little sad.
Hey, I like it. I like it. It's funny.
Yeah.
Next one. So there's a stretch of BTS news. I got some crumbs for y'all. BTS announced digital single Take Two with all 7 members, which is going to be released for Festa, which is the anniversary event they do every year. So they're gonna release a track.
Nice.
All 7 members. So they must have pre-recorded this for some of them
Right.
went to the military.
Let's go.
That's cool.
So that's there. Next one, Jungkook reportedly solo debut July 14th.
Let's go.
Oh.
I'm excited.
I have
I'm
only
so
been noticing
intrigued.
the amount of tattoos this guy has these days is a lot. He got a lot of tattoos now. They've been exponentially growing.
He likes drawing
But
on
yeah.
his body. What's wrong with that?
That's happening there. Okay, so Halsey, right?
What? Wait, why is this tweet from Diablo? Like, what's
So
going on here?
featuring Suga, they released the song Lilith. Probably later today, but there's a song coming out for Diablo 4 soundtrack.
Oh.
A Halsey featuring Sugar track is on Diablo 4 as an official soundtrack thing.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna talk about Diablo in the post show, but it is kind of
Oh.
exciting.
Oh man, okay, that's cool. Very unexpected.
Next one, Hybe signed a music distribution deal with Tencent Music for its artists.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
this is a big deal because if you don't know, Tencent's one of the biggest biggest companies in China. Period. Right? Not even music company, just biggest company. And they're gonna sign a music distribution deal, which I would assume would allocate that Hybe artists will have way easier time selling albums in China, which means big monies.
A lot of money.
It's a lot of. I'm very curious because like there's a lot of like politics involved here, which, I mean, I don't know how much Tencent has power they have, but like the reason we've pulled away from the Chinese market for a while is political reasons. So we'll have to see what happens here. I'm kind of interested.
Oh, so it says here, well, Hybe artist music will officially be available in China through Tencent's music streaming platforms such as QQ Music, Kugo. I don't know all these ones, but these are all big streaming platforms in China.
QQ Music,
That's good.
Kugo, Kuo, and Wusing, I think.
So that's good news.
Wesing.
Next one, Fantagio announced long-term memorial space for Astro's Moonbin. I think this was a nice gesture for them to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in Korea, there's going to be like a space where people can go and remember and think about Moonbin. So I like that. I think that's a nice move by Fantagio.
Thank you.
Next one. Okay, so this is Blackpink touring data. So there's a Twitter page called Touring Data which just drops numbers about tours, right?
Okay.
So Blackpink earned the highest grossing concert by a vocal group in the history of concerts, right?
Wow.
in history. Period.
History?
In one night, they had a gate of $9.98 million. So they did this two
Whoa.
nights in a row in Mexico City as a part of the
Oh my
Blackpink
God.
tour. They did a $10 million gate for 2 nights in a row.
Oh, dang.
Oh my god.
It's ridiculous.
That's
So if you
crazy.
look at their whole tour now, right? Look at this. So this came out on May 30th, right?
Yeah.
They've done 40 shows out of the 62 that are going to that are going to happen. The average ticket price is $181. They already sold 904,000 tickets. So the average show has 22,000 people, and the revenue has been $163 million.
Million.
God.
So much money.
That's so much money.
So much
So
money.
much money.
And they still got a third of the tour left.
Oh, they're still
that-
going.
So that number is going to be around 240 million by the end of the tour.
Wow.
And let's say the cost of the tour is like 50 million to do the tour, right? Let's say they cost them 50 million to do the tour. And then let's say because it's international, a lot of it's international, the artists get more of it, the money typically speaking. So let's say let's say YG takes like 80 million off the top, right? Of that 200 that's left. That means each kid gets like $30 million.
Oh. $30 million. Wow.
I
That's so much money.
I don't even know how much money that is. Just like that's just I know it's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, so they make him bank each of the Blackpink girls a ridiculous
Well,
amount of money.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That one is
That's
there.
crazy.
Next one. Hey, we talked about JYJ, right? A little bit in the
did.
EXO stuff.
Yeah.
So Kim Jae-jung, formerly of JYJ, also known as Hero back in the day, right?
Back
He's
in the
established
day.
his own agency, and he is said to be preparing for the production of an idol group.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
If
Interesting.
he is blacklisted as a person, is he blacklisted as a CEO? We'll have to
I
see.
don't know how that works.
How does that
but-
work? It
Who
should
knows?
be exciting
We'll
either
have
way,
to find
right?
out.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
like pretty exciting stuff. Next one we have here is Daisy, formerly of Momoland, shared that everything between her and MLD Entertainment has ended as of May 16th as her lawsuit was dismissed. Daisy also shared, so here's the funny thing, right? Read this tweet. Happy June, quick lawsuit update. Everything has ended as of May 16th. Their appeal was dismissed as they did not submit any further evidence to the court. Imagine wasting so much time just to lose. Pray for them.
Oh my god.
So apparently
Whoa.
they appealed the decision and then didn't even show up to court.
Bro.
That's
And she
Oh,
also shared
professional.
in another tweet that in 2020 MLD tried to sue her for defamation, but that didn't work either. Dude,
oh.
I love the pray for them.
Mess.
It's so
Yo.
that's savage.
Yo.
I feel like
I'm
we
glad it
need
worked out in her
we need
favor.
more Daisy in the industry if she's gonna be savage like this,
Yo,
right?
yes,
Like,
please.
yes, please. I like this.
Okay. By the way, this is her official account from Daisy herself.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Daisy herself.
Have you seen the profile picture? Wait.
They click it.
I did not. When should it change?
Oh God. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So shout out to Daisy.
Look it up if you're curious. Daisy for you.
Okay. According to this article, Junsomi is aiming to make a summer comeback to cement her status as a summer queen, quote unquote. This marks her
Okay.
first comeback in 2 years since her last smash or last back-to-back hits, Dum Dum and XOXO. How is she's not even cementing her status as summer queen? She's just cementing the fact that she's still around. I feel like.
Yeah. Who
2
calls her?
years ago?
Yeah. Who called her a summer queen?
This article does, or maybe her getting does.
Oh man,
Well-
they need to do a better job of writing.
She
these
has
press
had
lists.
one of the weirdest careers ever, has she not? Right? Almost
there,
makes
yeah.
twice. Gets first place on produce. IOI does fine. She's the center. It's great.
They do great, yeah.
Goes to JYP. Goes back to JYP. Everyone thinks she's gonna debut with ITZY.
But then
Dips.
leaves.
Goes to YG. In retrospect, that might have been the right decision because it's not like ITZY's doing too crazy right now.
Well, you don't know that. If Tommy was in ITZY,
Releases a couple songs, is very popular on social media, and then radio silence for 2 years in terms of music. It just makes no sense.
It's the Scarcity model.
It's not
I
even
guess.
artificial scarcity at this point.
It
2
it
years?
is though.
2 years? It's insane.
I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for a comeback. Let's get a comeback.
The song better
At
be
least.
good.
I know. If it's bad, could you imagine? Next one, we're having another Triple S unit, Acid. Will be here. Look at this dude. Look at the fonts they used here.
Acid Eyes.
Acid Eyes.
Wait, the group is called Acid Eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like that's a disaster waiting to happen.
They're gonna be releasing Cherry Jean. And then it is going to be happening in the lead single was on June 6th, and then the physical album is in July. So that is happening there.
Okay, let's go.
I don't really understand this Triple S group all that well, to be honest. It's still
It's a little
confused.
confusing.
I'm confused.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Okay, next one. The official Twice account released a post saying killing me good, right?
You're
Hashtag
killing
killing
me
me
good.
good. You're killing me good. August 2023. So everyone was like, huh,
Oh,
one hand. We got one hand
who's
here, guys.
driving?
Single
What's going
hand.
on? So people did detective work. The file name. So this is a spoiler. Spoiler. If you don't want to know, you don't want to know. But I'm going to say it in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The file name included TWJHM1. So people think
JH?
this is Twice Geo first mini album.
That could be. That seems likely.
Sounds likely. What does TW
Everyone-
stand for?
Twice.
Oh.
Twice.
Twice Geo mini album 1. Title, logo, teaser, and then the date.
Dude, I was like, why is there a trigger warning here? Like, I'm not sure. I guess it's killing, but TW.
No, it's a spoiler. It's a spoiler.
Okay.
Hey, we might get a Geo solo track in August, guys.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
That'd
Be
be great.
amazing.
Well, we
So,
don't.
so people now figure out based on the hand, guys. I want you creeps to go look up the hand and tell me if this is her hand or not.
Well, you never know. It could JH could stand for something else. It could stand for Junghyun and the Hose. JH right there.
No, what?
What? Okay,
I don't know.
I'll just move on.
You don't know.
Finally, we got a bunch of concert news. First one, LA KCON 2023, right? 3-day concert happening in the Crypto.com arena. So that's where the Lakers play. So
Whoa.
formerly a Staples Center. So they got 3 shows now. Boom, boom, boom. That's pretty cool. Why don't you do something in New York, guys? Just saying. So that's that one.
Would be nice.
G-Idol World Tour schedule. So we got Seoul, Taipei, Bangkok, Hong Kong, San Francisco, LA, Dallas, New York, Atlanta, Chicago, London, Amsterdam, Paris, Brussels, Belgium, and Tokyo.
Wow.
It's a pretty big tour. Good for them.
for them.
Should be pretty exciting. I think some of these dates we already knew about. I think they just added some at the end. Next one. And Hypen is going to have a tour. Seoul, Osaka, Tokyo, Los Angeles, Glendale, Houston, Dallas, Newark, Chicago, Newark Prudential Center. So that's a pretty big arena. Toyota Center, American Airlines Center, United Center. So these are some pretty big arenas that they're going to be doing. So, and Hypen's going on tour there. Kind of cool. Hard is having a tour, but you know what? They missed out. They do not have a Brazil stop this time, which is kind of a shame. Considering that's one of their biggest hotbeds, but they'll be making some stops in Mexico, and then
Nice.
domestically New York, Washington, Atlanta, Chicago, Louisville, Dallas, Phoenix, Los Angeles, San Francisco. Then in Europe, Budapest, Madrid, Frankfurt, London, and Paris. But dude, like South America,
Worldwide.
isn't that like kind of their hotbed? I don't know. Feels a little weird to me, right?
That would be nice. A nice stop.
Well, they're gonna go to Hungary instead.
Oh, the third one is in Costa Rica.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Bad idea.
Maybe the Brazilians can go to Costa Rica. That's kind of close.
I don't know. And then finally, Warren, this one was announced today. It's called the Crazy Concert, right?
Okay.
Monsta X's Shonyu and Hyungwon, IVE, AB6, and Kwonum are coming to Belmont Park, which is in Long Island, or Nassau County. So it's in Long Island, New York.
Oh, wow. That's very cool. Why'd you call me out like that?
Just in New York. I'm just saying. It's 30 minutes from Penn Station, they're saying.
Oh, okay. This is this isn't too far from where I live, isn't it?
This is where the Islanders play hockey, I believe. So IVE, though. People were saying, can IVE do their like a solo thing at this point? But other people were saying they don't got enough songs yet, which was the fair counter argument to that.
Yeah.
And we just lost Anita again. But
Well, I probably won't be going to this because
Neither will I.
I'm only interested in Hive and I'm not gonna spend
Me,
money.
well, I'll be interested in seeing Eunbi.
Okay, Eunbi maybe. Yeah, Eunbi maybe.
Okay, so that's all the news. Anita's gone for a minute, but she'll be back in the final thing. But
Yeah.
next week, TNX, P1 Harmony, BTS, the surprise gift song for the fans, hashtag and VAV. So those are the songs for the coming week. I'm sure our Gochu gang will love to vote for those ones, right, guys?
Oh boy.
But that ends part 2. SojuTalk episode 239. We'll be back with the State of the Nation in 3, 2, 1.
Special shoutouts to our Fiesta patrons: Bagel, Based, Mina, Brian, Shadow, Delmonic, Ellie, Irvtron, Flacco Louie, Genki Boy, Ogumama, Honey Pools, Jacob, Liam's Games and Toys, Luke Daniels, and Jay Parks. Here. Thank you for joining SojuTalk, the weekly shot of K-pop. And special thanks to our Discord server mods: Jacob, K Music Verde, Koala, Max, No Bias Luna, Tuggles, and Wolf297.
All right. The show is over. We're doing a classic State of the Nation. We're just gonna talk about what's going on. Yada yada yada.
How was your month of May? It's June now. We're almost halfway through the year. Can you
I'm
believe
I'm
that?
busy working most days, so nothing
It's
too exciting.
Peak season.
My nephew's first birthday party is in like 2 Saturdays from now, and that's a big deal for Korean
Ooh,
people, right?
Exciting, yeah.
That's when you like pick out. They do the thing where they pick out the
The
item.
tool.
Which item do you like represents your life and yada yada. So that's gonna happen as well. If you don't know, for first birthday they lay out these days they're adding crazy things, but back in the day it was like you put like a string for long life, or maybe a book or a pencil for knowledge, or like a coin or a dollar for wealth, things like that, right? But these days people add crazy things. I've seen like a stethoscope, I've seen baseballs,
Oh,
they do stuff like that.
Aw.
But
Yeah.
cute.
It's like they literally have the little kid dressed up nicely on a table,
and they
like,
pick something.
Yeah, they get him to pick something. Oftentimes they will not pick something and then cry loudly for more food.
I picked the string, dude. Worst thing.
Life.
Did you?
Yeah.
I actually don't know what I picked. I should have
So shout out to my nephew.
nice.
First birthday.
Nice.
So that happened there.
That's pretty big.
Work has been fine. Oh, one funny thing. I'm gaming the system, guys. There's a new restaurant that opened up near me
Okay.
called Teriyaki Madness. It's a chain.
I know that place.
It's
There's-
good. It's
yeah,
good.
It's nice.
It's like Warren. It's like Japanese Panda Express, more or less.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
bowls.
But
Think bowls.
it's better for you. It's like chicken teriyaki, things like that, right?
Okay.
I have the app and I have an account and I get points, right? For ordering on the app.
Okay.
right.
But
Okay.
there's also an option to scan your order's receipt. I'm doubling up on the points every time I order.
Oh no, there's a system error.
There's a system error.
You're not supposed to do it.
So I order online, I get points. Then when I get the food, I scan the receipt, I get double the points each time. Which means
Dang.
every three times my family orders, we get one meal for free.
Wow.
So
That's thrifty.
theoretically, you can just go there and wait by the trash and collect everyone's receipts all day and get free food every day if you
But
want
that's
to.
not honest. So you
That-
shouldn't do that.
You're a very bad person, Douglas. How dare you do that?
So that's a thing that I've
you're
been
awful
doing.
human being over here.
Hey, it's not my fault. Their design is
Go
terrible,
fix it.
dude. We bought gift cards, right? Because it was if you buy $100 gift card, or it was every $50 you buy a gift card, you get $10 free. So we got $100 of gift cards, so we would get $20 for free because we know we're gonna order this a couple times in the future, right? We're
Yeah.
good. They don't let you check out with 2 forms of payment online.
Wait, what do you mean?
I
two
can't-
forms of payment.
I can't do a gift card plus a credit card. It has to be so your order has to be under the gift card amount to use it.
Right.
So
in online.
It's like a split. You can't do a split payment, is what I'm hearing.
You cannot do a split payment online. Isn't that stupid? In 2023.
I feel like it should be possible.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna side with the developers here because I know that's a lot of effort to implement. Like, that's actually very hard.
We went and used the $10 ones in person because we couldn't figure it out online.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand it's very inconvenient from the user perspective, but from a back-end perspective, I'm assuming they're building this flow off of.
What happened there? So I've been scamming them and getting free meals.
No.
Like,
Okay,
once
fine.
every 3
But
times.
still, no, yeah,
You're gonna fix this right after the episode.
Nah, dude, nah.
yeah, you've outed the whole thing. Like everybody's
But
been doing.
they're really good though with the promotions they do. They're like, yo, if you order today, we'll give you triple points.
What?
And I'm like,
And you
I can get 4x points by scanning the receipt too. So I did.
It's kind of like what it's kind of like what what are they think? It's kind of like what Starbucks does with their points.
Yeah. So it's good, dude.
Oh,
My
look at
favorites
it.
are chicken
funny
teriyaki is
now.
good, and the spicy tofu is very good.
Chicken teriyaki and the spicy.
Go to the
tofu.
bottom left. Spicy tofu is
Spicy
really
tofu.
good. Yeah, I recommend those. Yeah, so we've been
Okay.
getting that.
I'll be honest. This kind of just looks mid.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Try it. Try it and be the judge.
I mean, they don't have one where I live,
Let me see. They might have
Go
one.
visit Doug.
bro. Doug's like 2 hours away. I'm not visiting Doug just to eat like mildly okay.
There's one in Manhattan, dude.
There you go.
Dude, it's all the way up on 125th Street.
Yeah, buddy.
It's like a
Take a
solid
day trip.
40-minute ride for mediocre.
Oh, there's
Japanese
literally one
food.
in where Anita lives. Yeah, right. I'm not gonna say where you live, but there's one in your town.
Oh wait,
Kinda like-
is that? Are they a big chain then? I thought they were
Yeah,
bigger for some reason.
they're in like 40 states. Plus.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought
Yeah.
they were.
So one
bigger.
popped up in my town, so we've been going, and I've been scamming them for points, which is great.
No, that's not.
So that happened
great.
there.
Boy.
The other thing is, so Diablo 4, the video game, came out, right? So I've been killing demons in hell, apparently.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
pre-release access.
I ordered the deluxe pre-order whatever set because I'm a big fan of the series. So I got 4 days pre-access. The real game to the public went live 2 hours ago. I already completed the story mode, guys. It was fun.
My God,
I'm in the end game now.
man.
I'm level 50, which means I completed the story. But there are people who have already reached the max level because they played like 50 hours already in 4 days or something.
Oh my
God.
goodness.
Some of these streamers I watch, they're like, "Hey, I'm making a video, guys, to talk to you about the end game. I look really tired right now. I just played for 32 hours straight, guys, but I'm gonna make you guys a video." Like, and meanwhile, I'm old.
God.
You know what I realized with video games now? Back in the day, I could stay up till like 3 a.m. playing, right?
Yeah.
These days, I only play during the daytime, and I stop playing at like 8 p.m. because I'm tired. And I stop.
That's a reasonable
Like,
time.
I'm like an old person. I just come home from like I work in the morning, so I come home in the afternoon. I play like 2-3 hours, and I'm like, that's enough for today. I'm tired.
That's reasonable.
Back in the day, though, I'd be like, bro,
No.
let's grind this till 4 a.m. Come on, we got things to do.
See, Anita, I
no,
understand why you
no.
think that's a good thing, but like I have very similar things where like some days I come back home from work and I'm like, I should play some City Skylines, and I sit in front of my computer. I like browse through Reddit for like an hour. I'm like, I'm tired. I should just go to sleep, and I just don't play it. That happens so often now. That's what adulthood is. It's just boring as shit.
Yeah, back in the day, in like college or whatever, you could stay up till 5 a.m, no problem, and then you got class at like 9, and you're like, it's fine, we're good.
You know what the thing was? Like back in 2021, when I was laid off from my first company, like there was a solid like two period month of my life where I was like, I didn't have a job. In hindsight, that was the best vacation I had in my entire life. but
A break.
it was during COVID. I was
Yeah,
like,
I realize like it's made me realize how old I am now because I'm like I can't play past 9. I'm too tired.
Here's the
I want to
thing.
go.
Here's the thing. I was still like in my early 20s kind of back then. So there was a point where I spent about 36 hours with the game turned on. Like I just didn't turn it off. I took a 2-hour nap around like 3 a.m.
I mean, back in the day, I used to
Played
have
it
like.
again.
Back in the day, I would like wake up in the morning and then play League till 5 in the next morning. Like
Right.
it would happen.
See, That's
Wow,
what
I can't
youth
do
is,
that.
Anita. That's what youth is.
Yeah, like
I mean-
if you ever grinded 30 ranked games back to back, dude, like it's an
The only
experience.
reasons why I stayed up so late was for schoolwork. I don't like staying up all night.
What? You don't like staying up and like fixing tax issues and like traffic problems and the roundabout?
No.
Just that's so much fun, Anita. Like you get.
It does not sound.
That being said, the game is produced by Blizzard, which is a really shitty, like unethical company.
Yeah.
not a
but-
great company.
But
rep.
the game itself is very good. I would rate it at
Alright.
least 8 to 9 out of 10. And I'm having a lot of fun.
Okay, that's pretty good.
All right, everybody who was going to leave us an angry comment because Doug likes Diablo 4. He hates Blizzard.
No, Blizzard is a shitty company. They're
It's-
monetizing everything. Even this game, dude, there's a horse skin, like a skin for your horse, which you're on maybe 10% of the time. It's $25.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's like the game itself is like $60, and people are paying $25 for this goddamn horse armor, which this looks stupid anyway. Just wanted to say that.
Can I look it up on Google? Like, what's it called?
Yeah, but I don't know. But Blizzard's an unethical company because they're super monetizing all games. Like Diablo Immortal was a handheld game, and it was all pay to win. They're adding more monetization to World of Warcraft, and they promised PVE in Overwatch 2, and then they canceled the PVE portion. So it's literally just the same game again.
Not really worth it.
You're okay. Is
So
this
that's the skin.
is this the
No,
skin?
that's not the skin. That's not the skin.
Oh,
I'll
this
find
isn't the skin. Okay.
It's a little horrifying.
Yeah, it looks a little gross, if anything.
Well,
$25. I'm looking it up on Google. Okay. Diablo. I found it on Reddit. Diablo 4 has a $25 horse armor DLC. The circle is complete. This thing. Wait, that's not a horse.
It's in the top right, the right of gold.
right.
That one, but you can't really see it. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, it's
That
too
one.
low quality.
it's nice looking, but like, who the heck's gonna pay $25?
Not
for
worth
that?
$25.
Dude, a Uniqlo t-shirt is $20, and I think that's expensive these days.
I mean,
rather
I
buy
can't really talk. I
a
looked
shirt.
up my League of Legends skin amount I've paid in the history of my
You don't want to
account.
know that.
You don't want to know that.
I don't wanna know
it's,
that.
It's a lot.
Nobody wants to know that, Doug.
Let me look this up right now. How
Including
much? have I
yourself.
I guess.
I have
Yes,
two
you will
accounts
know.
too that I bought skins on, even though it's 100% cosmetic. Like, it doesn't. They took that down because people were probably getting pissed at how much they
I mean, here's the thing. If you're like spending 36 hours a day playing League of Legends, like, like at that point, you don't need real clothes.
Yeah, but
like,
I can't like it. Literally, is just cosmetics though. That's the problem.
yeah, but so is all the
Which
shit I
here's the
buy.
thing. Here's the thing though. The thing is, pay to win is stupid. Is stupider, right? It's more unethical where you pay money to be better than other people. Right, so that
Yeah.
is unethical to do.
That's just kind of
But
dumb.
wasting money on cosmetics is also stupid on a consumer side.
No, you know what? I think cosmetics purchases are way more justifiable. Like,
Oh, I think it is too.
yeah. Like, if I think I have a lot of clothes, I own a lot of clothes. There's a reason I wear like different shit every day when we record this episode because I have a lot of clothes. Do I need all of them to survive? No, they're just cosmetics at this point. They're like different skins, It's like today I have a white Oxford shirt Warren skin on, you know what I mean? Like it's fine. I have a $60
Meanwhile,
phone case.
I wear like the same 6 shirts because I wear my pajamas before I go to sleep before we record the podcast. What you see are all my pajama shirts, dude.
with like your
I'm too
2
tired.
caps, with your 3 hats.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm about to go to bed right after. That's why you see me like the same 5 t-shirts because that's my pajama shirts for the year.
The funny thing is, like, I always like wear like my outside clothes as my tops. Then like I'll always wear like pajama shorts at the bottom because it's comfortable. You don't need to see my pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's all I've been doing. Yeah.
All right. All right. Here. So okay. Doug thinks his work has been fine. He's a cheater at Teriyaki Madness, and
You should cheat too, guys. Double the points.
His nephew
Food.
is going to be having his first birthday soon, and he hates Blizzard, but likes Diablo
Yeah.
4. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And your turn, Anita. How's your life been?
Pretty good. Nothing too exciting. I have been watching a lot of films, rewatching a lot of films with my siblings. But I did go to the movie theater last week. Was it last week? I don't remember the date exactly. I think it was Sunday. And because it was the release weekend of the remake of The Little Mermaid.
How is
shit.
that?
How is that?
There were a lot of
Yes.
people. It was a controversial casting like 3 months ago. There was a big
Right.
deal online.
Yeah,
For
a lot of word.
when it was released, the news of that. Honestly, I was all for it. I think I'm a big fan of the original. I saw it growing up. I think the songs, the musical aspect of the movie of the original, was my favorite out of all the Disney princess series. So I was going in hoping, and it seemed like they would keep a lot of the original songs. I actually knew about Halle, which was the new actress for Ariel in the live action, before she was casted, and I was a big fan of her music with her sister Chloe. They had an album that came out a while ago, Ungodly Hour, I believe was the title of the album. I really like that. So I was feeling like, I feel like the casting is actually makes sense for her. She's a good singer.
Oh boy.
And I feel
This is
like
a very long build up, Anita. You're clearly
No,
alluding to
okay.
something.
I won't give out like a lot of spoilers because I know it's still on theaters, but I honestly feel like the adaptation made sense. Like the storyline, how things were, the plot was developed, was pretty much.
Is it pretty
Like
much
the
like the
original?
animated one? Yeah.
Yeah. Like a lot of the iconic scenes were kept. I think only one of the songs is not featured in this remake.
Well, that's
live
because
action.
they're trying to get the Oscar for best song in a movie because it has to be a new song.
Maybe. No, but they didn't include one of the original songs.
Oh, did they add any new songs?
They added the 2 or 3 that I can list off the top of my head.
Okay, see, that's what they're trying to do there. It's trying to get the
Right.
Oscar.
I didn't think they were as strong compared to the original songs. Low key, but that might be because the original songs were like iconic. It's been years, decades
That's
since
true.
it came out.
That's true.
But I mean, they made sense in the storyline, so I thought that was fine. Visually, the graphics underwater were really, really good. Overall, I think it kept a lot of the magic of the original, like trying to bring it to life with the CGI stuff. I don't know. I think it did a good job. I've seen other remakes of the Disney Princess series, and I think this one did really well. I think for all of the criticism that it had, like it not deserving of that. I think it did really
Yeah,
well.
at least it wasn't the Cleopatra casting, you know?
Oh, that's a
Oh boy.
It's a whole other can of worms, right?
yeah.
Look here.
But yeah, that's one of the new films that I watched.
Man.
But nothing too much out of.
I heard
what
that
I've
it
already
was
mentioned.
very dark. Like in terms of
The
the film,
Lighting.
and I heard it's because they're hiding crappy CGI is what people were saying.
I didn't think it was super dark.
Okay.
In the other underwater scenes, the only dark scenes that I can think of
Ursula?
were, the dark Ursula.
Is Ursula's live
layer?
action as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
I
a
haven't
live
seen
action
that, so I might need to go.
I haven't seen like behind the scenes, but I think a lot of what they did was kind of like the method they used for Avatar, where a lot of the original actors are acting out, but they have
Okay.
the
Mocap.
what is it? The body suits
Mocap.
to
Mocap.
match.
Mocap.
Yeah. So I think that's the same technology they used, and I think it looked pretty good. I didn't see anything out of place.
Man.
So yeah, I would check it out if you were wondering or interested in it.
I was really looking forward to sabotaging everything you say for the little slide visual we're doing.
No.
But you chose such a controversial topic. I'm afraid to do anything with it. I'm just gonna really found a loophole there, Anita.
Other than that, I've been just keeping up with the Demon Slayer season 3, Skip and Loafer.
I seen
Yeah.
some Skip and Loafer clips. It seems really funny.
It's really cute. I really like it. It's so
Oh,
interesting.
is there like no drama?
Not yet. So
Oh no!
as one of the the manga readers, right? Like, I think I'm caught up. I haven't checked if a new volume has been translated yet, but I know what's going to happen, and I'm like, I'm enjoying this part so much because later on it's not
there big drama?
as easy to watch because there's more drama that happens a little bit. Not too much, honestly.
Is it misunderstanding drama?
No, I feel like what's so refreshing about this series is that there's none of that. Like it's
It's justified drama.
Yeah, it's like very reasonable issues that might happen in high school and like stuff that people go through, like insecurities and like learning to grow from that. And like actually, I find that a lot of the could be misunderstandings actually get figured out because there's a lot of communication, and I feel like that's so nice.
Dude, you know
Let's
what's the
teach
worst
people to do
in
that.
all these Korean dramas? Where like if you two just sat down and told the truth, you
Right.
wouldn't have any problems right now.
What? That sounds no. You can't do that.
Warren is writing lies.
You have to
FYI.
like call the friend first and be like, I heard this. Is this true? And the friend's like, maybe.
No.
And
or
then
they
you're
say
like,
no, what it is clearly true, you know?
and like you have this whole episode where you're like, you know, you get into this emotional turmoil about what the other person thinks, and you can't call them because they're going through a tunnel, you know? Like that's that's drama.
No.
All right. I think again, I think I did a pretty good job of writing down what you said. You know?
No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
all lies.
Okay. So Anita watched Little Mermaid. She thought it was a
Yes.
pretty good job. She likes it.
Yes, I did.
She also is watching Demon Slayer, skipping the bread loaf. There's not a lot of drama. There was a lot of main character growth. He's apparently 6'3" now. That's crazy. Yeah. Okay. Is that all, or you got more?
I think that's pretty much it
Okay.
for me.
Yeah, you're really not giving me a lot to work with today. With all the friendly annotations.
No misinformation,
What?
please.
I don't know what you're talking about with the misinformation. I'm just all right. I was gonna do like a full-on spoiler discussion of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That's what I was gonna do. Because I was assuming y'all had seen it at this point.
Have not.
Y'all have
You could
not.
spoil it. Spoil it for me.
Okay, well, before I get into spoilers discussions of Guardians of the Galaxy, there is an indie band all over the internets right now. Not Korean internets, more like TikTok and stuff like that, called Wave to Earth.
Wave to Earth.
Wave to Earth. I like their album. It's really good. I feel like this year in general, music has been really good this year. I don't know why.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Like, not just K-pop. K-pop's been good. Don't get me wrong. K-pop has been really good this year. But then you also have, like, rap music. You have AP Alchemy. You have, you know, Sick K doing this thing over there. You have, then you go Labada Beats. Mirani's new album was really good. Then you go to indie, you know? Wave to Earth has been doing this funky, lo-fi, groovy, moody R&B-esque rock music that I think is incredible. It's really beautiful. And if you're an angsty teenager or an angsty adult like myself, I'm sure you'll enjoy it because it's very emotional. It's like one of those like slower songs that you hear in Huggle albums, but like kind of lo-fi'd a little bit, and it's great. It's great. If you listen to 80 Dance at any point, kind of similar vibes. But yeah, again, music in general this year has been really good. I've been listening to a lot of JPEG Mafia with Danny Brown. Like that's been the album of the year for me. Really big movements in experimental hip hop. Daniel Caesar with his last album with the blue album cover, that is incredible. Like,
I have not listened to that yet.
y'all are missing out. That dude, like, I spent a whole day just walking around the city and like listening to that and like just doing work in random coffee
Soundtrack.
shops. It was great. It's a great album. Y'all need to check it out. It's very emotional. Not really K-pop at all, but
No, but still good.
still good. Still good. There was other albums I liked, like Kali Uchis. That was really good too. Tyler the Creator, obviously. Lil Yachty. That was a really good album.
Oh, Yachty.
Very different from the earlier stuff he ever did. Anyways, so spoiler talk, Guardians of the Galaxy. If you don't want spoilers, get GTFO. I'm gonna assume you two are okay with spoilers. Is that true, Anita? Doug?
I love
I
spoilers.
think so.
Yeah? Y'all just not
Yeah.
gonna see it at this point.
I
I
love
might not, but
spoilers.
it's okay.
Okay, here's the thing. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I've been a long Guardians of the Galaxy fan. Like, this is my favorite series in Marvel. Like, this has been the guy for me. Because I grew
It's
up watching
funny.
space operas. They're kind of funny. They're kind of
Star-Lord.
quirky. They got pop music involved. It's great. It's great. and the third movie is just like this emotional ending to like this whole development that every character has been going through in this show. Sorry, not show, movie series. And like I guess not really Groot. Groot really doesn't have a proper like development, but like it's a tree that says I am Groot all the time. You can't really give it any character development.
And it's played by Vin Diesel.
Yes,
you know.
Yes. And
Familia
in several different languages too. Like it's crazy. But like, I guess even Groot had a bit of development, or we had a little bit of development with Groot, because like the entire series, we go, I am Groot, I am Groot, I'm Groot. For every dialogue, angry teenager Groot is like, Groot? I am Groot. There was we are Groot. Yes.
We are Groot. Oh, that was a great scene.
One of the final lines in the movie from Groot is, "I love you guys."
Whoa!
He says that whole thing?
No, here's my interpretation of it is that we have come so far in this journey with the Guardians well enough that we understand Groot.
Oh, that's cute.
And I feel like that really captures like the whole vibe of the movie. We like see the ending of everyone's development, everyone's journey, everyone's character arc so really well, especially with the animal cyborg man, Rocket, the raccoon.
I've heard about this, that it's kind of really okay. I don't know exactly what happens, but I've heard that some people were shocked in theaters. Like it was kind of graphic. Is that true?
The whole movie is kind of graphic. It's a little out there. It's a little gory.
But particularly his like background.
I guess his part was less gory and just really emotional for me.
Oh.
Like I was watching the movie with my mom. It was like a random Tuesday night. I was like, "Do you want to go watch it?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Mind you, she has not seen any of the Guardians. She saw them in Avengers, so she kind of knows who they are.
Right.
Obviously, she can tell Rocket is like this talking raccoon over here. She cried. I cried.
Oh.
Like it's one of those movies. Like it's
emotional.
It's very emotional. I guess I'm not really doing spoilers at the moment, but I don't really need to. Like it's just.
I get the gist. Yeah.
Yeah, like we dive into his backstory, a lot of which is like he was, randomly picked as an animal in America, and he was brought into this lab of this crazy mad scientist, and they had animal experimentation done on while the mad scientist is trying to figure out how to make the perfect species per se, and it's a lot of to a degree, it's a lot of social messaging around like animal experimentation and whatnot,
testing and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
On the other hand, there was a very clear message of we're all fucked up, but you should still live yourself. And the opening, I'm really not getting into the details because you two should really watch the movie. And it's a great movie. But the opening sequence is Rocket listening to Creep by Radiohead through Quill's headphones. And that scene is just so perfect. And I mean, movie wise, it explains all the characters, it explains the plot, it explains the context in a matter of like 2 minutes. But it also captures who Rocket is so well, like, because you guys know the song, right? Right? It's the lyrics are a very clear portrayal, I think, of like where he is at that point, where we all have been at a certain point in our lives, because sometimes we feel like shit, sometimes we feel like we're a creep, and like it's not a great feeling. But you have to come over that at a certain point, because it's not great. And I think this movie does sure, it's a superhero movie. Sure, there are great action scenes. In fact, there's a really good action scene, a couple, if anything. But it's, I don't know. I mean, obviously you'll like it more if you've seen Guardians throughout the whole Marvel series. But
right.
I would say this is easily my favorite Marvel movie by far. Like,
whoa.
Infinity Game
overall
Endgame.
Ever?
Yeah, Infinity War, Endgame, Iron Man, whatever. This is the best.
Dang.
I stand by that comment, and I haven't. Back when a couple years ago, like back when like Marvel was like starting off Phase 4, we were doing like I was talking about Marvel all the time because I was so excited. Like I did stuff with Crispy, who's another guy from our Discord, here and there. who was also into Marvel at the time. And we saw a big decline in quality, just interest. I've been seeing all the movies. Yeah, they've been kind of not good, is what I'll say. I saw Thor in the movie theaters. I brought my friend to it, and he's like not really seen all the Doctor Strange movies, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be so good. Like Doctor Strange is so great. I'm sorry, no, Thor, so good. Third movie. I love Taika Waititi. I've seen his other movies too. They've been great stuff. I take him to it. Movie's ass. It was ass. It was not good. Poo poo. It was like the Taeyong track we did.
Oh.
So like,
Okay.
maybe it's because I went in with like low expectations, and maybe I shouldn't be hyping you guys up this much. But this was a very emotional movie that has no right being that emotional. It's so stupid. It's supposed to be a superhero movie. It's an entertainment thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's good that it has some emotional parts.
Yeah. If you watch it, if you don't cry, you're a fucking monster. I'm not gonna back down from that.
I don't cry in movies though.
Well, I don't care. You are now a monster. Yeah. That's it.
I forgot to mention this to you guys.
What?
Armad, you remember on Girls Planet 999?
Yeah.
They showed Dahyun's parents' sushi restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Did you guys know that Yokab ate there this week?
Wait, what?
What?
Yokab is in Korea.
Is he?
And he went and ate at Dahyun's parents' restaurant.
That's cool. Was it good? I hope it was good.
What a bad lad, dude. Isn't that ridiculous?
I don't know how to comment on this. Wait, was it? Okay, it's like a sushi restaurant.
It's a sushi restaurant. He went and ate at the sushi
Right.
restaurant.
Wow. I'm gonna try to find photos of this place.
I got the link to the restaurant, dude.
Yeah, give it to me. Let me look. Let's look at this thing. Dude, people have been visiting it. I'm seeing like reviews off of
Yeah, here's
The Kepler Gallery.
Here's it on Naver.
All right.
Yeah,
All right. Okay.
Here's it on Google Maps if you need that too.
You know what? I'm just gonna shift over to my web browser real quick, and we could look at it there.
Isn't that hilarious?
I hope the food was good. It
He said it
good.
was good. He said it was good. Also, he's like 6'8" or something. He went and wore a hanbok at some point, and he said the guy who put him in the hanbok said he was the tallest person that he ever put in the hanbok.
Wow, it's called 김재훈 초밥사랑 영등포점. Okay. It's the Kim Jae-woon Sushi Love 영등포 location.
Yep.
Wow, look at all this.
Wow, that's good.
That looks.
Oof. Hungry.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, fuck you, Doug. I'm hungry now. Here's the thing, like because Korea is right next to the ocean, their seafood is like god tier and it's so cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cheaper. That's great. Oh.
And they have
Oh.
pictures of Diane there.
In my town, well, not in my town, next to my local H Mart, which is like 20 minutes from here, right?
Yeah.
They now have a conveyor belt sushi restaurant.
Oh shoot!
Ooh.
Is it
The chain, the
Kura.
big chain.
Kura.
Yeah, Kura Sushi. There's one near my house now.
Oh man, I want to go. I haven't been to Kura in a while. There's one.
Well,
in Troy.
I'm gonna. Well, the one I don't think it's true. I'm going on vacation in September for like 4 days or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try the Kura down there first, where I'm going to vacation,
Okay.
because that one's been open longer. The one near me, all the reviews are saying like they're not saying that the food's bad. They're saying I waited so long to get in. You know,
Service system.
they said the service ain't great yet because they're figuring it out. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the one where my vacation is, which has existed for a longer time.
Okay.
I'll let you guys
That's
know.
not a bad idea.
That's a plan.
I went to my family lives in suburban Michigan, and there's a location open in Troy, Michigan. Good luck finding where that is if you want to look it up.
But don't try. Okay.
Yeah, don't try to find my family. That's creepy. But anyways, there's a location in a little suburban town called Troy, Michigan, and like we like drove over there, and like mind you, this is suburban Michigan.
Yes.
Suburb. We had to wait 2.5 hours to get in.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what people are saying on the one near me.
It's not a metropolis. It's not the urban jungle of New York or LA or SF. No, it's the suburban. It's for our European listeners. for our European listeners or Australian or wherever else you live.
Wherever,
If you don't know what suburbs are, it's our fancy way of saying something between the city and the countryside. So yes,
It's like you live like an hour from the city and you're in the
Yes,
suburbs.
yes.
You know?
Right.
Yes.
Something like that. Like I live in the suburbs in New York City.
It's like
Was it worth it though? Was it good?
Oh, this is sushi.
But it's conveyor belt, dude.
I want to try it.
Yeah,
I've
that
never
doesn't
tried
mean it was
it.
particularly better. It's just
I mean, to be really fair, right? Wait, which place did you talk about in Troy?
there's only one in Troy, Michigan.
Not the conveyor belt. You know the other place that we used to go eat sushi and udon in Troy, or not Troy, somewhere near there. That place. Even that has like an hour and a half wait if you don't go right when they open for dinner, dude. So
This is true, but they're like really good.
that place is very good.
That
I ain't
place
gonna
is good.
spoil it. I'm not gonna let anyone know what it is because it's you
You're gonna
don't
go
know.
line up.
Yeah, don't.
You're talking about
That
the one in
place is
Novi.
very-
Yeah.
Yes, that place is very good.
Yeah, no, that place is really good. Shoot, what is it called? I used to go there as a little kid. I have like distinct memories of going there and reading Harry Potter while I wait. There's a random
For
fact.
1 hour.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyways,
Oh, I found the name.
what was it called?
This.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Yes.
That place is really good.
Yes.
It's really good.
Yeah, we want to keep this on the down low. So
That's on the download, dude.
if you want to look it up, you gotta DM me. And
I only knew because other Korean people said, "Guys, you gotta try this place."
You were in
And
the
I went,
know.
and it was so good. Anita, have you been there?
No, I haven't.
wait, what?
What? You gotta go,
You gotta
Anita.
take
I want to go now.
You gotta go. It's so good.
All right, if you look up Novi Japanese places, there's not gonna be too many options. There's
Yeah, but that place is baller. It's so good. All right, we
yeah.
went on a big food tangent. So shout out to Yokev. He's in Korea. He's enjoying it.
Enjoy
He had a
your
bit
time
of a
there.
scare. You remember North Korea shot off some things like last week, and there was
Oh,
like
no.
a 5-minute Korea warning.
Oh no.
Oh, I did not know this.
No, here's what happened. North Korea did not shoot anything. They didn't fire anything for once in their goddamn lifetimes. The government sent a warning text. They were like, "Oh, please evacuate. There is something you need to evacuate for, and make sure you take care of the children and the older folks first, like the senior folks, disabled, you know." And then 10 minutes later, they get another message saying, "That was a misfire. There is nothing to evacuate
What?
for. Please live your lives."
So scary.
North Korea tried to shoot something in the air, and it exploded when it was going up that day.
Oh, really?
Oh, you're talking about something
Yeah.
else.
No, it was the same day. If you look up North Korea rocket, it was 5 days ago.
Has it already been
It failed.
5 days since the misfire of the tech?
Yeah, it failed. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it was a false alarm and nothing happened.
Yeah, I think these two are separate things that we're talking about.
Are they separate?
They're
Okay, well,
separate
North Korea
things, yeah.
did shoot something up. But the reason I want to talk about it is, here's some advice from your boy Doug. Whenever you go abroad, know where your embassy is. In case you need to get
Oh,
out of the
yeah?
country. In Korea, it's
Pro
to
tip.
for the U.S. one, it's to the right of the Sejong statue. That's where it is in Korea and Seoul. That's a fun tip from your boy Doug. And
I visited.
Yokeap's
yeah.
from Denmark. His is right next to Soljok. Yeah, I got nothing else to say.
Wise words from Doug. Know where your embassy is when you go traveling.
That's actually very good. Like
It is.
This is
It is.
super
I never
important
said
thing
it's
to
not.
know in case something goes down. You gotta know.
That's true.
It's like
Also, always keep your passport on the persons. Not like your mom carries all the passports. Each of you should have it on you because things could happen.
unless you're like 12 years or below.
Yeah, if you're an adult though and you're on a family trip, you all should carry your own passport just in case shit goes down.
Yes, or your green card if you. That's what you go by. I was gonna talk about
Okay.
something, but I forgot what it was.
Oh, you were gonna talk
but-
about something?
I mean, I don't think it was something random. I forget what it was. But anyways, I think that's pretty much all we have for today. Unless you guys have anything else to talk about. Listen
good,
to
pretty
Wave
good.
to Earth, 0.1
Sure.
flaws and all. Watch Guardians 3. It's still in theaters. Like I can't believe you two haven't seen it. It's like you
I haven't.
soulless monsters.
Spider-Man came out, Spider-Verse.
Oh, I gotta see that too. I heard it's an
I want to see
absolutely
that too.
banger of a movie. Anyways, Anita has been watching Demon Slayer, Skip and Breadloaf.
Loafer.
She's also seen Little Mermaid. She likes it. She recommends it, right?
It's nice.
Yeah. Doug likes Diablo 4, but hates the developers because
And I'm scamming a restaurant.
yeah, you're a cheater. Look at you. Do you see these words? Cheater. It says CH.
Hey, it's not my fault they let me double dip on the points. It's their fault, dude.
Technically, I can do that with the Perry Baguette app as well, but I'm not doing it because I'm a good
Why
man.
don't you? You can double dip?
I'm a good person. I'm a good
You
person.
do that now too.
I'm a
I
good
used
person.
to I
have
used
good
to
ethics.
eat I used to eat at Paris Baguette on Canal Street so often for my work that the person there gave me a card to just get 10% off whenever I came.
That's so
How often
nice.
you
I,
go?
I went like 3 times a week. I ate lunch there because I just wanted to sit there because in the summer it was the most air conditioned place.
Oh,
Ah.
I
okay.
would just sit there and drink a nice coffee or eat like pastry. And I come very often. The lady's like, "Here, use this when you come." And it was a golden Paris Baguette card, dude.
And for the most part, like Perry Baguette is like pretty cheap in the city. Like
That was pretty cheap.
Yeah.
I would eat like a ham cheese croissant. What was it, like $4.50, $4 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
It'd be chilling.
Get a
yeah.
baguette sandwich. It's like $8. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's like more expensive if I buy it at the deli. You know what I mean?
All right, this has been SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. I'm Dog. I'd like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me this week. I'm gonna go to bed in like 10 minutes. See you guys later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.